Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm just actually going to move my mic a bit closer because I realized it's on my window. Welcome back to the waiting list. Last episode, the players snuck into the Drow City, and Daniel's almost got himself killed by getting a very, very low stealth check. Nova is dancing on camera, and I am very confused. And the group sort of snuck through the wall into the very center of the Drow Citadel kind of area, and they found the treasury. Tenebrae got pretty depressed because there was a crown that was meant to be there but was now missing. The party found a deck of many things, which is currently in the hands of Malon for the next 2 hours as they sort of try and get away from the city so they don't get caught by the Dragonborns. And we shall probably be joining the party as they discuss what shall happen with this incredibly terrifying magical item that Nova has given us for some fucking reason.
I do not want to burn it.
Why?
Me neither.
What are you gonna use it for?
Why don't you draw a card and find out?
Everyone draws a card. Let's do it.
No, I don't think we should all draw a card.
Let's make a blood pact. If Daniels dies, we all draw a card.
Yes. Yes.
I just think that, like, if there's that one time where, like, we're completely screwed and there's nothing we can do, and, like, everybody's knocked out, then you just draw a card.
So you die as well. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
The world ends.
That's alright.
That sounds great.
Is that one of the cards?
To be fair, if the world ends, we'll be dead, so we won't be alive to give a fuck about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
The only person that might be slightly inconvenienced is the DM that has to create a whole new world now. But other than that, it's fine.
You think I'm going to be DMing this next campaign? I've been working so hard on a wizard character. Fuck you guys. I'm playing next time.
You're our favorite forever DM.
Yeah, I'm not being a
So
forever
much
DM. I'm your
life
favorite.
to the
I'm your favorite DM. Sure. I'm not the favorite forever DM. Okay.
You're gonna be off forever. Yeah.
If we draw a card and it ends the universe, then I'll DM and you can play your
It
wizard character.
won't end the universe. There's not a card that does
If we
that.
draw a card and it ends the universe, I'll run Strahd.
Okay, I'll make a. I'm gonna add a new card to the deck.
Fuck no! I would happily run Curse of Strahd in the summer, but seeing how much time consumes your life, I don't want to DM until I'm done with school.
Okay, I'll say this: making your own campaign is a lot more than just is a lot more difficult than just running Curse of Strahd.
No, but still.
Like when I had like Horde of the Dragon Queen stuff to read, it was fine. Like I didn't have to do much. I was adding things here and there and just like making things better because Horde of the Dragon Queen is so unbalanced and shit.
Some of the cards are.
I don't know what the end goal is.
Don't look up about the cards, John, or I'll slap you.
No, I'll slap you.
Okay, I'll pay Aaliyah and Jazar to slap you.
Did you just say the
You don't have
card
to pay
me?
me, Nova. Nova, you do not have to pay me. I will do it free of charge. Yeah, like I'll take the
You're just
money.
been
but
waiting for the time to slap him.
Anyway,
You wouldn't have to pay me.
where
I
you
probably
guys
already
are going to be
slapped him,
picking
like-
up. All of you are gathered
Slapped
still
him.
within the treasury of the Drow Citadel. The eerie noises of the occasional scream or shout and the occasional roar of a large beast outside. You, from outside the multiple large vault doors, down inside that tunnel is a strange, eerie noise coming from. You're all gathered around, some of you more on edge due to your recent finding. That is where we will be picking up.
Right.
Well,
This is... Paris?
I was gonna start role playing, but then I realized I'm not with the whole party. I'm still walking around outside.
I'll say
Okay.
that you're all in the same chamber,
Wait, why
in the main
didn't-
chamber, just for brevity.
Well, guys, are we gonna try and get out now, or do we have more places to search?
Well, I would rather not stay around with such a strange item with us. I would like to get as far away from the Dragonborns as physically possible, as quickly as physically possible. Fuck, I've got a sore throat. Sorry, my voice is off.
Yeah, and my key's not worked for any of the other vaults here, so I don't think we're going to have much else in terms of...
Hey, so let's go.
There should be a way out through, well, my old quarters actually. As long as it hasn't been blocked up, that should lead into the under-escape passages. The old unused ones, though. That one might lead towards the lakes. Though we'll ask if any of you have another way of getting out that might be better than going down the lakes. I advised we would use that one. The lakes down there are home to a creature that is dangerous.
Can you name this creature?
Not off the top of my head, but I know it lives in the lakes.
Okay. It's an aboleth, guys.
Shut the fuck up, you asshole.
What's an aboleth?
Sorry, that was genuinely the first thing that came to mind because of... Sorry.
What is an aboleth?
It doesn't matter.
Maybe
There
you'll
are-
find out, maybe you won't. Who knows? I might have to wreck on
John,
that.
they're a really cutesy little creature that just wants to make
Pink
friends
and
with
fluffy.
About
everyone.
this big.
They're like little
Sounds so nice.
circle, little cute little things. They have two little
Orbular.
footsies. And they're
No,
like-
in the Puffin Forest video, it actually is like a really cute little creature. That
Okay,
is
come on,
friendly,
lads.
I'm sorry.
Alright, wait, who are we gonna ask if the tunnels were safe?
No, he was asking if anyone had any other ways of getting out. I am afraid I do not know any.
Neither would I. I doubt it, but
The usual. You know the area a decent good bit, but you would know that it's most of the usual ways you would leave are blocked off. The main entrance and exit that was used most often, and then the one out the side that you came and visited Tenebrae with, is apparent, according to Tenebrae, is completely blocked off by rubble, and the main entrance is blocked off by what the watch has made. So you don't really know any specific ways about getting out?
okay. Do I know what it is in the lake?
Give me a history check.
History. I rolled a 16.
Okay. You remember a story. Well, not really a story. An incident that happened when you were much younger. You had only just sort of started living in the Drow City for what small time you did after what happened at your home. You know that there was a group of a group of diplomats leaving, Drow diplomats leaving through that the Underlakes to go and meet up with one of the Wood Elven leaders to talk about a trade, and that none of them made it out and apparently seemingly drowned, but on land. And you don't really remember much else about it. There was never really a description of what was there. Fuck's sake, I saw that, Fisk.
What did he say?
He said drowned.
Oh God, Fisk, I love you.
Hey, that was hilarious.
Anyway, let's continue.
Nova tries to shut us up, and we just love it. He will not silence us.
It was like you deleted it, but...
I suggest we simply try and make the tunnels. I do not think we ought to wait around.
Sadly, I agree. Whatever it is, we will have to at least avoid it or end it. Though I have a bad feeling about it, I don't want to stay here for much longer. Milan sort of says, speaking up.
Then let us go.
Lead the way. As Tenere nods slightly. Lead you all back up. He leads you through the same corridor that was at first littered with bodies, with this large hole that with all the rubble that has been pushed upwards. If you continue following Tenebrae, he leads you to up the first set of stairs and then up a second, and into what seems like the more inner part of the palace, and a bit higher, as you sort of all travel inwards towards the down a few corridors that all seem rather quite pristine, though, well, they at least used to be. And the decor and everything seems to be getting more expensive and more well made as you're traversing inwards. As Josiah, you getting comfortable there?
Sorry.
As there's these sort of these crystal glowing crystals on the walls slowly sort of traverse into these sort of elegant sort of holders that are with the crystal showing at the top with this sort of cone of this blackened glass to dim it slightly, but shining it upwards at the roof, and illuminated on the roof is this like elegant mural as you're going down this large hallway into a few doors, and as Tenebrae sort of taking a left, you enter into this this room. It seems it's already all of the doors are already opened, and it seems that this is a bed chambers with a very 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 large, very elegant looking bed, as well as a dresser off to the sides, and multiple sort of different things like a wardrobe, other things that are very very well made, very very well carved. This room holds a very nice, homely, lived in and respected feel to it, with these glowing crystals as well in the different parts. Some on the bed frame, some on the walls, and there's this sort of small sort of chandelier type piece in the center, and in the center above on the ceiling. Right. Follow me.
Was this your room?
Yes, it was. through that door should be a, well, that should lead to the private garden. And that should be our easiest way out without any resistance. We can get to the entrance to the emergency escape, well, the old abandoned emergency escape tunnel. Though, if you would mind, I would like to quickly grab something.
Of course.
As he moves over to one of the dresser, as he sort of opens it, pulling out what seems to be a very sort of elegant circlet. As quickly taking that the pouch that you saw before, quickly sticking the key into it as it opens upwards, he simply places it in, as well as a small sort of white leather almost box as he puts it in as well, and closes it up and attaches it back to his hip. Alright, follow me. As he exits out through the door into this sort of, it's strange seeing it's a garden with these beautiful mushrooms and a multitude of different plants with these this sort of dimmed, partially dimmed glass in these sort of almost vivariums with different plants inside of them, with like what seems to be like crystals that give off this warm light, that like this dimming around, like dimming glass around them. You see quite nice, thriving, different. Any of you of druids who would know, these are very well maintained and very well kept plants, but not just from the Underdark. These seem to be from a good few places. In fact, Tereth, you do recognise one of them as a plant that was you remember to be gifted by to Tenebrae by, let me just make sure I remember her name. Such a great DM. By Sarmenti. And he sort of...
I've got to go and look up who that was.
Fuck's sake.
It's been like ages.
It's been a bit. As he sort of walked past, there's these sort of like this sort of pathway and this sort of this gate outwards into this almost this more open area with what now that you're sort of more high up towards the back of the castle, you see that the palace actually goes into the rock as this sort of this almost path that just goes into the rock face. And as he sort of leads you along this sort of like a sort of flattish plane along the back and the side of the rock face. God, you're all going fucking. You are like one leaves and one comes back. And leads you along the side of the rock. It's fine later. And leads you along the side of the rock face to this more unused but not desolate or anything doorway, where he again places his key inside, never turning it, but then immediately pulling it out as it, and he pulls it open. There's these sort of, this doesn't seem very well kept. This seems, you can see what seems to be some form of spider web that was sticking to the doors, stretched and then snaps. As he speaks up, well, this is it. If you want to try and find another way out, I'd recommend it, but...
I think we have already ruled out that option.
Yes, I know.
Sadly.
And he's sort of looking back to the sort of...
Why is it that you are so afraid to go below?
I never liked this place, but it always put me off. And while our kind have made the mushroom forest surrounding our home more habitable with ways of warding off monsters. Some made it through, but never anything dangerous. No, there was never a beholder. There was never anything absolutely terrible. But this down here, we never did that. We never got around to it. It's
so
this is where
you fear that there could be something.
Well, we drove them out of this area. It's only logical that they went somewhere. But
I see your point. And sadly, I do not like that I see your...
it's either that or that dragon. So... we have to move on anyway. So come on.
Well, then I suggest we go.
So, as he walks in, you all realise that it is very dark down here. He doesn't really seem to notice as he sort of...
use the mace.
Alright. Yep, I'll do that, yeah.
Okay, you...
I'll get the I'll wrestle cloak from Rory to like
No.
I just hand you mine.
Okay,
It's really tiny.
And now
it's
Rory's gonna be
No.
fighting
the hood.
for it. Like,
Okay, so you've got a cloak that's sort of wrapped around it once or twice. It's now sort of 10 feet of bright and 10 feet of dim, I'd say. And again, as you light it up, he Tenebrae doesn't flinch like he usually does. He's not in the proper bright area, but he does sort of like look back and then avert his eyes.
Man, it's gonna really suck if you come with us above ground.
no, but didn't you say you had an umbrella?
Yeah, when you used to when he would come and visit you in Draconis, he would have this sort of blacked over sort of umbrella type thing to keep him in the shade.
Do you have it on him now? I have to make a perception check.
No, I was just doing the fucking. There's not like on his character sheet or anything. No, he does not seem to have it. He seems to be wearing this sort of very not used sort of leatherish, very 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 pristine, very sort of blackened, almost scaled leather. Not exactly scaled. It's just sort of has this sort of repeating pattern over it, as well as this sort of black cloak that looks a bit too big for him.
Is it Tarot's cloak? Actually, no, that's irrelevant. Don't answer that.
Yes.
Is it? Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
I don't remember giving him my cloak.
You did.
I probably did. I don't remember doing it.
You did give him your cloak.
Oh, look how sweet it is.
They're already like a married couple.
That childhood
would
friends
be.
or anything. Fuck's
It
sake.
would be Aliyah if you ever finished your half.
I will. What did you finish already, Fitzka?
Oh my god, is that the thing that I'm not allowed to bring up with you guys?
Shush for a moment.
And you just brought it up in the middle of a D&D session.
So, as you all begin following, leading by the mace light of Spencer and being led by Tenebrae, your steps echoing down this what seems to be this just sort of staircase down for now. That seems to be cut, but eventually you see the staircase turns a bit less polished. A bit less smooth stone as it gets a bit rougher, and the staircase goes from this pretty well cut out from the rock to a bit more of a curve, and slowly as you go down, it becomes much more like a normal cave, and then it simply goes into a more of like it levels out from about that angle to a bit like it's still sloping down, but it's nowhere near as steep as it was, and it essentially, it's now practically a cave, just a
Pog.
tunnel. As Tenebrae leading you down, as these sort of the air around you gradually gets a bit thicker, more moist. This moisture in the air making it feel slightly uncomfortable to breathe. Not difficult, but just leaves a taste. It leaves the taste in your mouth. As
Love me some flavored air.
Yeah. Best thing ever.
it's this weirdly salty, almost tangy.
Are we near the sea?
Could be. We might be under the sea.
Under
Wait,
the
no.
sea, down where it's wetter.
Also, I need to have a look at the map.
Under the sea.
I
Where
will
is
say
the
that
map?
you are not under the sea.
Aww. Why did you have to tell us that? You could have let us be singing that song all session, and I could have learnt it for the flute over.
As after about 20 minutes of walking, you see along the path that you're walking a few of these mushrooms that you haven't quite seen before. These blackened mushrooms with these blue lines going on them that's ever so slightly bioluminescent blue, growing as this sort of, you see down where the stem comes out, this sort of black ring in the ground where they formed. Just a ring around the stem.
Man, I really want to poke it.
Do you say that in character?
Yeah, I really want to poke it.
I wouldn't do that. I'm concerned that these are even growing here. Don't touch them.
What is it?
Well, they don't. Well, they've got a name in Undercommon, but really, it's. I'm not sure of the translation. It's like. I suppose the best way would be putting it is underrot, I suppose.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very
No,
pleasant.
the drow name them rather explicitly.
Is it mold?
Is it what?
Mold.
Mold. It's you would know what this is. This is sort of a very very acidic and very corrosive mushroom. It excretes this blue, almost liquidy, but almost kind of a gel that is corrosive to the touch.
I am so glad I didn't touch it then.
Yeah.
And oh, go on. What were you going to say?
No, I was just gonna fill in. Thought you were waiting for us to fill in stuff.
Kind of was.
Oh, hey, not Terra, Tenebrae. Do you know where exactly we are?
Well, it's so we are currently dipping under where the hard rock of the mountain is. It's difficult to bore through it as it is very dense rock, so we go underneath it and then up again.
And this tunnel we're walking in, do you know where it's gonna lead out?
It should lead us in somewhere in the high forest. It's been a while since
Okay.
I've taken this tunnel. I tried to avoid it, if I'm honest. But yeah.
Maybe it would be best if we moved a bit more silently if you're that worried about what might be in here.
I'm concerned about what is in here, and I'm worried what might be. And that might work, yes.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Should we be a bit more cautious?
That does sound like a good idea.
Spencer, are you able to cast that spell again?
See, if I understand correctly, I can use the 3rd level spell slot for casting it, even though it's a 2nd level spell.
You probably shouldn't if you don't have many spell slots, though.
No, I have. It's only the 2nd level ones that I'm out of, because I had to use this specific spell so much.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
So-
say that you can do it, but it doesn't give any bonus for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say
We
that you
could
can
also take a rest so you can get the.
Oh, a long rest in this dangerous place.
Yeah, we're fine. What are you talking about? Yeah, no. Maybe we should just do that then. Ignore me.
I believe I can. Alright.
Are you stealthing then?
Indeed.
Oh no. Wait.
Oh god, Daniels.
Is it a 10 again?
Daniels!
I swear to God.
Maybe we should give Daniels a piggyback ride again. Just a thought.
I have an idea. Can we put him inside a bag of holding and then so that he can breathe? So Daniel,
What?
you
Spencer.
Bag of holding?
I mean, someone has, but you guys don't really, I don't think.
Felix doesn't. Well,
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. Frony died. Spencer, what did you get?
26.
Mistral.
25.
Rory?
23.
23?
30.
Oh,
Oh, of course.
Are we adding the plus 10 bonus?
Yes, it's plus, your normal thing plus 10.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, okay, let me just get Cyril's. What does he have for stealth? It's a plus
Oh, fuck, Cyril's here.
Yeah, of course he is. Okay, that's
No,
decent.
we left him behind at the vaults. What are you talking about?
No.
Oberon.
We locked him in.
31!
Set the fun. Alright, Terrace.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I see you, Terrace. Alright, and our boy Daniels. Wait,
Can
Terrace,
you
what
at
did you
least
get?
tell us what you rolled?
Terrace, what did you get?
Oh, sorry, 28.
28. And Melon got okay.
Can we pretty please know what our NPCs got?
I don't care about Malon, I want to know what Daniel's.
So as you
Yeah,
all
Malon's
continuing a
probably
bit
fine.
silent, more silent, all of you trying to stay low.
Daniel's is.
I swear to God.
Daniel seems to be a bit tired. He's dragging his feet a little bit. And as you all continue moving, the tunnel flattens out after you've been walking for a good bit. The sounds of your footsteps that have been echoing in your ears for a good minute now that you're trying to stay quieter. They're quieter. Not all of them are quiet, but now the ground changes from this hard stone that you've been walking on to this mycelium-like dirt. This...
Monsters can't hurt us here, guys.
Yeah, they just won't spawn.
Is this a Minecraft joke? I'm too boomer to understand.
Yes.
Old.
Yes.
Oh,
Whatever, you fetus.
Paris, I'm like a year and a tiny bit younger than you.
No,
Actually, no,
not
year and
you.
a half.
You didn't. Not you. You didn't yell old.
Okay.
I didn't old girl old. I just said yes.
So
No, John
as
is the fetus.
you-
He's about 8.
as walking through
That's pushing
the
it.
tunnel begins to open out.
Oh,
as
sorry, 2.
This not as large as the mushroom forest by any means. The roof is only about 40 feet up, and it's decently. The room is the place is decently wide. You see this distinct tunnel that path that seems to be a bit grown over now, but it seems that it's an evident path. It's very easy to see that it's a path. And you notice that these mushrooms, these strange different mushrooms, things of dark green colours, these black and blue, previously seen underrot mushrooms, as well as these violet-looking mushrooms, these much larger, these sort of like stout but wide mushrooms that seem to sort of this not glowing per se, but you can see them. Spencer, you would remember these as the ones that you had an encounter with in the hatchery, in the dragon hatchery way back.
Wait, uh-oh. Wait.
Hello, stuff is dead.
He hits the plate on the door instead of knocking. Okay.
I mean, if his hands aren't free, that's...
No, yeah.
What if he had something else in his other hand? Like, what if he had, like, a really delicate glass?
He'd kick it. Okay. You see this multitude of different colours of mushroom, but as well, what seem to be in lots and lots of shallow little pools. Further in the distance, you see what seems to be a very large lake, where certain parts of it, where the water has risen up, not risen up, the land underneath it is up. So it gets this almost multiple pools inside of one large lake look.
Okay.
The water seems a bit cloudy, incredibly cloudy in fact. Only lit by the mushrooms that surround it, but you see this murky white, almost like a creamish colour. I'm so glad.
Is there a way to go around it?
Yeah, you can go around it. The path that is visible goes around it to the onto the left side.
Is there a dock?
A
I'm not
dock.
suggesting we use it, but like a jetty, I mean.
Make a perception check.
That's a nat 1.
In the mix of different mushrooms and things, you can't get a good look at all of the edges of the lake.
Okay.
I recommend not going anywhere near that.
Oh god.
Yeah?
I think that would be advisable. I can't help
I-
being interested in it, however, it is more a sadistic, terrible interest of wishing to know what evils could lie beneath those waters.
I get a very strong feeling that if we were to disrupt it in any way, something evil will most definitely come out of it. And I don't know about you guys, but I have had enough time in this scary cave.
Then I believe we should make it through here with utmost haste.
Caution, but haste.
Ample amounts of both, I think.
The people without dark vision, we can see, right? Like the mushrooms are enough.
It's dim
Just to
light.
kind of.
You can see the edges of the lake. You can't see into the center of it or anything. You can't see everything, and you can see a general. You could navigate.
I would like to kind of move to, like, just very subtly move towards the closest person with dark vision.
Okay. Who do you think is closest to Mr. or you guys who have who's dark vision?
None of them, they all hate me, and it's fine, I understand why.
I don't think I have dark vision, I'm not sure.
I don't have dark vision.
You're an elf, you do.
Well, you're an elf,
Josiah.
I know.
You do have our dark vision, you're an elf.
Okay, it's just not marked on my character sheet. Okay, I have dark vision, come over here. We committed crimes together, so, you trust me now.
Trust you
that's
enough to
very
not push
mean.
me in the dam.
Oh, I
You
won't
stole
push you
from
in.
the party.
No,
Yes.
we would have stolen from you if we hadn't given you any of the platinum.
Phoenix is in
This
the chat.
This is just
Huh?
us choosing to pay ourselves for the effort of having to find
Yes.
everything.
And I mean, us raiding a vault filled with, like, in a city filled with dead people is weighing on our conscience because we had to do it. So we know we needed emotional compensation.
Like, we have to accept that we are now carrying around stuff that was in dead people's pockets.
He is
And
online
we
on his.
desecrated their dead bodies.
He's online on his
by
phone, though.
pickpocketing
So
them.
Say again?
he's on his phone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, still, but like.
do you guys simply follow the path, or do you make your own way?
Can we follow the path somewhat, but stay as far away from the lake as is possible? Like,
Okay.
say to, like, the side of the path that is as far away from the lake as
The path isn't too wide,
fuck.
and it is relatively overgrown. So, you
Can
you
we see
can't.
where the path ends?
Can you see where the path ends? Did you say?
Yeah. Like, could
give
we
me a
make our
perception
way
check.
to the exit? That is gonna be, a 19.
19. You can see that where the path leads, but you can't necessarily see the end per se.
Okay.
It seems to be not too wide, nor not too high, but it seems to be quite long.
Okay. I suggest that we keep our eye on the path, but stay as far away from the lake as we can.
I second that. Who would like to go first?
I prefer not to.
Go.
I would lead, though I currently have a world-ending device, so
I feel like you should be in the middle.
I will.
It's like a nice little hot pocket.
Fuck's sake.
It's been stuck in my head all day.
What is your
can
marching
leave
order?
if no one else will? I'm going
said I
first,
would.
because everyone else is indecisive.
I'm gonna pull his sleeve backwards because that would mean I'd have to go second.
Okay, I sort of look at Mistral, like, and just raise my eyebrow. And then proceed to the front.
I begrudgingly follow.
Okay, so Mr. and Oberon there. Cyril is going to be behind you guys, sort of keeping an eye on things. Milan is going
Just
to.
realized I'm not actually in the roll 20 right now.
Oh, yeah.
Should probably change that.
That's where Tenebrae is going to be. Daniels is going to sort of be walking next to Rory.
He wants more drugs from me. I know.
Rory has been terrorizing him.
Oh!
Why?
Did Cyril give my fucking drugs back? Because I gave them to him to try and barter with the guards.
No.
He didn't.
Okay, while you're controlling Cyril, I'm gonna just like... Could I have those mushrooms back?
Oh, these ones? These sort of holds up.
Yes, please.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
don't know his voice.
I was gonna say credits to that because that was a very impressive Cyril voice.
It was good.
It sounded like Cyril was not
Nova's
sleepy.
becoming the forever DM.
Nova.
He's learning to voice player characters, oh dear.
Oh, can I stab myself with my dagger?
Can I stab
pour some
myself in the
crumble
heart?
mushroom on it?
Can I give Tenebrae the magic returning dagger?
Oh, right. Okay.
We're gonna be dagger buddies.
Well, now you can be dagger buddies with someone who's terrified of you.
Right, you unhooking the dagger, you sort of you hand it to him. I already have a dagger.
This one has some magic, and I will like demonstrate it because I'm technically still attuned to it.
Yeah, you are. Okay, yeah, you sort of throw it back, and midway through the thing, it sort of returns to your hand.
Can I lean over to Tenebrae? Tenebrae. How did you attune to it? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, there's Terrace, not Tenebrae, okay?
Harith, I mean.
What the fuck
When
is
we
wrong
had
with
a
you?
Same
long
person.
rest and you worked out instead of doing other stuff.
So that's how you do that. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, just study it for like a bunch of hours and then you'll get it.
Alright. Just keep going until you see the little level up icon in the air. Okay, cool. Thanks.
And just imagine like we will have like player levels over our head.
So,
And stat bars.
I think it'd be much
It's
more
like-
fun to have like a amount of innocent people murdered above everyone's head. Just because that would reveal some very fun backstory things for everyone. I think that would be quite
Malon,
entertaining.
1 million. No,
Malon, a
Ooh,
billion.
I can't wait to pick apart that.
okay.
As soon as we stop hating each other.
Don't worry, I'll see that never happens.
Oh yeah, you guys are so like chummy and something. Now you
Yeah,
hate
because
each
he's
other.
being a little bitch.
He's
And so am I. I'll admit that I am too.
You're both being bitches. Okay, so
Like,
as you are
did
all
this-
walking, are you following the? You're not explicitly following the path, but you're going in the same direction as it,
Yeah.
giving the different pools a pretty wide berth. As you continue, the smaller pools that are dotted around, not necessarily connected to the larger one, are sort of they get decently close to the path at times. And there are points where you sort of that you can't not be close to the water.
Just proceed with incredibly extreme caution.
Okay. All of you, what is your passive perceptions?
Oh,
Shit.
You should have a list of this. Just kidding.
dick, bitch.
Well,
Other words that are probably too harsh for me to say.
9.
Everything.
12.
12.
12 as well.
14.
We're all relying on Milan.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one.
Hey, at least
NPC
I'm
that
still
we just
better than all
can't
of you.
get rid of.
Hey, don't worry, guys. There is ability score increase next level, I think.
Yeah.
Who's gonna put it into perception though?
That doesn't affect your passive perception, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, it does.
If you increase
It's-
your intelligence.
Yeah.
It's passive wisdom.
No, your wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, anyway.
So,
Let's continue.
as you're all walking, there is this eerie silence. As then you begin hearing what sounds like footsteps in the distance ahead of you. And a loud sort of metallic on, like metal on stone banging. This sort of repetitive over and over again.
Do
As
any
well
of us
as-
recognize it?
Doing perception checks. Anyone who's looking for it. If it's all, if
Um,
it's multiple, then someone will roll with advantage.
I'm looking.
okay, I'll
I'll
help.
help.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, two of you roll with advantage or something.
Okay, I can roll with one. Perception, did you say?
Okay. That is going to be a 20, not natural.
That's gonna
Okay.
be an 18.
You hear what sounds like a pickaxe on stone in the very far distance, as well as what sounds to be the sound of clinking chains.
Does it sound hostile? I don't know if it's possible for it to sound hostile, but like, does it?
That's the clinking.
If it's
chain
hostile,
sound
then they
hostile.
really, really don't like those rocks.
Thanks, that was a great insight. That's
Yeah.
definitely gonna help us determine who they are and what their intentions
I
are.
think they might be slaves.
I will look at thingy for. Oh, actually,
Thingy.
Are they
Who's
slaves?
thingy?
Who?
Have you got another NPC you guys haven't introduced me to?
I
He's just in the corner at all times. No one ever knows where he is.
Is
But
that
he's
one
here.
fucking
Aw.
MP? Is
He's
that one
just
SCP?
listening.
Sounds like
Poor
bully.
guy.
should have been in like.
Before
Yes, I
we-
am a noble. Okay, when I
Yeah.
become
Royalty.
if I become back in my place, I'm gonna like get a guy who's invisible who just constantly follows me around invisibly.
Maybe when you're married, you'll get that anyway.
If you're married, then you can just scare the shit out of Ray. And then you have it. There we go.
As this sound begins to, as you continue moving, the sound gets a bit louder as the pulls are becoming more frequent on the path you're following.
I would like to keep looking in the direction until I can eventually see what it is.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Yeah. I got a 22.
22.
Yeah.
You do not see anything ahead of you, though
Right.
something catches your eye.
What was it?
As you're glancing around, somewhat nervously. You glance over across the large lake. Nothing really there. You glance over to one of the small pools you're walking by, and you meet eyes just for a minute with 3 other large eyes staring at you from inside the small pool. The second you see it, the second your realization hits you, a small ripple across the water. Nothing's there.
Hey guys, can we walk a little faster, please? Can we sprint run?
Running like
Fucking roleplay.
I don't.
What is it that you saw?
I don't know, but I don't want to find out. So can we please hurry?
Did it see you?
Yes.
I am in favor of ring.
I'm sure we can handle a bunch of minors.
Okay, yeah.
Well then, let's just we keep our pace up then. Alright, are you all running?
Yeah.
I'm fucking running for my life, mate.
Okay.
Wait.
As you
Wait. That sounds like a bad idea, guys.
As you all begin picking up your pace, so it's beginning to jog, making sure everyone's on the right page, you all begin running faster and faster. After seeing what you saw, Mistral, you begin running faster. Trying to make sure what you saw was... trying to fathom it. You remember seeing a form around it. This almost circular form. As you begin running, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
All of us?
No, just Paris.
Is it weird that I kind of hope to fail all my saving throws?
Yes.
That's a nat 20.
Okay.
The opposite of what I wanted. So that's
As
a total
you were
of
thinking
25.
about what it was, running it back through your head over and over again, you quickly your mind numbs slightly, and then you shaking your head, realizing what this sickly green pale tentacle swiping out, aiming for your legs. You jump slightly. As the second, it seems like it's going to hit everyone else, but then it immediately pulls back into the water as you continue running.
Did it take Paris with it?
No. She jumped
Did
over.
anyone else see that?
I would be right next to Paris, so I'm assuming I would.
You all saw it, but it only went for Paris.
Right. Let's go.
Okay. As one
I'm
of
really
the,
scared Nova's going to put us in a situation where we use the deck.
Hopefully not.
Like Nova's plan, give us the deck 1 hour, the next hour make us die.
Give me a second.
Oh god, he's actually doing it.
I feel like Milan is a lot more smarter to not use it.
Yeah, but if we all
not
try
English.
and pull a card, no, Malone can't stop us.
If we all pull a card, the likelihood of the world ending is high, I think.
Yes!
But the likelihood of us getting a cool weapon is also high.
Yes!
Some of the stuff with, like, the one card I read, which was the Sun. Basically, you gain 10,000 XP and get a wondrous magic item, which is so broken.
That's great.
Kind of
I'm
the point
sure
of
there
the
are
deck, John.
very bad ones as well.
John, I'm pretty sure there's a card in the deck of many things that just summons a neutral unicorn. That's all it does.
No. If you're talking about Skull, then it brings an Avatar of Death.
It was Desire on me.
If you're talking about it summoning something, the only thing it summons in the deck is Skull, which summons literally an Avatar of Death. Which if someone else, if the person who pulled the card has to kill it, if another person tries to help them, another one summons and attacks them.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
No,
okay,
I
as you
remember it
all
might
con-
have been a custom deck that someone made.
As you all continue running, your mind sort of beginning to become frazzled. Mistral, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
God. Don't kill Mistral.
She got a nat 20. How?
That
This
was
isn't
on
that.
a dex saving throw. This
Oh,
is
the
probably
dex
on her ability to not get hypnotized.
I really want to get hypnotized though. That's a 14. I'm sorry, I was just so much more interested.
As you're running,
She has a point.
the eyes that you stared into for a second in your
Oh, wait,
mind's
wait, wait,
eye,
wait.
you remember
I forgot
seeing.
to add my modifier. Sorry, I forgot to add my modifier.
No, wait. Okay,
Okay,
like if
okay.
you even you succeeded, but
Oh, okay.
it's not as as you
I'm sorry.
as you trying to keep your mind as it's sort of your mind sort of slowly almost revolving around what you saw as then you shaking your head as your vision blurs slightly as it stops the strange sensation in your mind stops. You begin to stop fixating on whatever you saw. And as you continue running, you're all now noticing the mining sound sounding much closer.
Can I? We're far away from the water,
You're getting further away from the water now.
but like, are we like relatively like far away, or is just the water around us?
There's a lot of water around you, like in small pools, but you're further away from the water than you were.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like grab a hold of Uberon's arm again and just very slowly kind of like get him to slow down while I slow down as well, hoping the rest of the group follows suit.
Okay. So you will follow suit?
Yeah, I'll slow down.
I'll fucking crash into the person that's in front of me.
Okay, Rory.
Yeah.
You feel this just barreling
Do I get
hit
crushed?
you. As
Bang!
you're practically pushed and almost carried for a good few feet as then it stops.
Benza! What are you doing?
What are you doing, Stepbro?
Oh god.
No!
No.
Alright, keep on track, come on.
What are you doing,
You're the one
Spencer?
that. Okay.
No, okay.
Slice.
I think we're meant to be
Sorry about
slowing
that.
down. It's okay.
The mining sound still.
Wait, who's that?
One of Paris's friends.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oops. So sprinkles and I went gaga.
A list of things to do when go to South Africa. Hug Ryan, give Paris's friend spring rolls.
As
Paris was the one that went crazy.
as the
I'm sorry.
mining was still echoing outwards around. What are you all doing? Come on. Go
You
quick.
called us to stop, Mistral?
Do I know if there are like mining slaves here?
You really wouldn't know.
I'm.
Brie, what is that sound?
I don't know.
Okay.
You said something. Sorry, Oberon.
You called us to stop. Why?
Oh yes. So I think the lake thing isn't too much of an issue at the moment. I think we've kind of run out from that, and I'd rather not alert whatever's in front of us as well. I'm hoping to avoid a confrontation today. Just because we're just that close to getting out.
Of
Unless you
course.
guys are looking for a fight. And I mean,
I'm
oh man.
I don't think anyone is looking for a fight with it in our possession.
Yeah, I figured as much too. I say slightly, like trying to figure out what he's talking about because I wasn't there for it.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay, I think we should go back to sneaking past the mine workers, potential mine slaves.
Well,
Yeah.
that is certainly an option. I am concerned about whatever is in that lake.
Do you know what it is?
I think I've come across something like it before. A creature, an old creature.
Well, you made it out alive, and there's more of us than just one, so we'll be fine, right?
There were 18
Yeah.
of us.
Oh. On my face, and like humor sort of just drops completely.
Yes, half of them drowned on land, that is.
I'm sorry, humor. I must ask as we continue, what is that beast down there?
It's been called many names, though the one most people would be reminded of more is an aboleth.
Hold it.
Forgot.
Would I know what that is?
I'd say you've heard of them, but if you want to know, if you know more, then I'd say history check.
That. Where's the fucking history? Ooh! Pargers. 21.
Yep. You would know these ancient beings that used to almost rule these creatures that now, after nearly being hunted into in existence, they are incredibly old and incredibly dangerous. Though they have been known to commune and even bargain with mortals. In fact, oftentimes some of them have been remarkably amicable. But you know that they have the power to enslave a mind and to siphon the life out of a person.
I would suggest that we move. Not at our slowest.
Yeah, okay. Do you mind if I hold on to you? My mind was feeling a bit weird through that, and I don't know if it's gonna happen
course.
again. Thanks.
I sort of just like trail my hand out to the side for her.
I hold it.
Well, if we are moving at our not our slowest, then we might have a bit of trouble with staying quiet. That's
If they can enslave a mind, it might be worth partnering up. I walk over to Tenebrae.
You walk over to what?
Tenebrae.
He's clung to your arm.
Oh, alright. Well, that was quick.
Right.
Oh my gosh, new OTP, guys.
He's sort of with both hands holding onto your sort of forearm and wrist.
Right. Well.
We shouldn't stay here.
I believe that we need not worry too much about noise around the miners, at least. We can hear them already, and we quite a while. I doubt that they will hear us right away, at least.
Right. Well, I suppose let's not go singing at the top of our lungs, but
I just grab my flute, just instinctively.
Like whenever anybody mentions the word singing, you just grab your.
No.
No, and everyone mentions
When
the
I
word
do-
quiet.
Oh wait, hang on. Can I just ask
When
a
anyone
question?
mentions
It's kind
quiet in context of combat.
What were you saying, Paris?
of this is kind of irrelevant, I guess, but it's just for flavor text, I guess. Josiah, which hand did you hold out?
I want to know which. Probably my left, actually.
Okay. I'm kind of holding you with a bloody hand. I hope you're okay with that.
Oh.
I sort of notice it and look down like, I'll deal with it later.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no.
I
If it makes you more effective of a combatant, then any edge we can get is the one we need.
just don't light it on fire.
Lucky for you, I definitely can't cast Fireball on level.
Yeah. I just thought that would be something helpful to kind
Lucky
of
for you,
mention.
that's not something I can do at all.
Okay.
Right.
Do you all continue forward at a decent pace? Are you doing fast, medium, or stealth? Slow.
Medium, I'd say probably. How much louder are we?
So the advantages are with stealth. You can roll stealth checks and things have to. You're much more difficult to detect. With medium, you're faster and you can make perception checks during to try and you can say, all right, I'm watching out for this during the walk, and I'll say, okay, perception check, and I'll tell you if you see anything. And fast means you move much faster, but you can't stealth or look around.
I would suggest medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we.
And I'm gonna keep a lookout for if anyone kind of notices our presence. Like in the very early stages, we're like, is there something moving down there? Kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I will roll for you now.
Yep, go ahead.
Ooh, that's another nat 20, 22.
Okay. You keep your eye out for anything that has noticed you. Anyone else looking at something in particular, or?
I want to look out for sentient things.
Sentient creatures. Okay, go ahead and roll it.
I think that's.
God, that water looks so good. Josiah, stop.
I
I'm so thirsty.
thought that was just a jar of pepper.
What?
Just
like a pepper, yeah.
It's
This.
water.
This is my
Yeah,
water
but I
bottle.
thought you took the lid off and just kind of was gonna pour it over it.
Anyway, what'd you get for your roll?
11.
The chili sauce
I
is
got
here.
an 11.
Okay.
Looking for sentient stuff.
Okay.
I'd like to look out for when the miners are.
I just want to even though it might not work, I'm just gonna try to keep the spell up.
Okay. Yeah. You focus on making sure to keep your companions traced underneath your spell. Okay. If no one else is doing anything, then we can continue. So as you all continue onwards, you keeping an eye out for the miners if they hear you, and Josiah, you keeping an eye out for the miners. You, what did you get for your roll, by the way, Josiah?
Oh fuck! Sorry. 19.
19. Okay. You, after about 10 minutes of walking, all of you keeping your eye out, and nothing really coming after you, the aboleth seemingly is not attacking you still. You notice through a good portion of the overgrowth and through the mushrooms, there is this what seems to be a group of very skinny looking, very raggedy looking humanoids, all seemingly human, all with these sort of large shackles around their necks, all with like struggling to lift and hit down with these pickaxes, and holding on to these chains is this large metallic humanoid-looking creature, as well as multiple very short grey skinned with white hair dwarven-looking creatures.
Oh.
I feel really bad for the people being forced to do this, but I really don't think it's a good idea to stop if whatever
Yes,
it is.
I don't want to get into a fight whilst in possession of this.
Wait, are we in the dwarven part of the Underdark now? Is that the right wording?
You wouldn't know. You would. Well, actually, you would know that there is a dwarven part of the Underdark. Is nowhere near. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Would I know anything about what happens when a beast gets enslaved by an aboleth? Like, specifically, do the physical change?
Not you. From your role, I would say that you would know that there isn't that much of a change in their appearances, apart from like a glazed over look in the eye slightly, and maybe sort of a very dilated eye.
Okay.
This seems. They don't seem to be enslaved by the mind, these people.
Okay. Is there a way we can easily walk past them?
Yeah, they are. You're sort of where you are currently. When you've sort of finally been able to see them, you're sort of on a similar sort of level to them, and and they seem to be minding their business. There's this sort of line of slaves seem to be just mining away, sort of chipping at the wall.
Okay.
Can I tell what they're looking for?
Roll me a perception check.
I'm really bad at. That is a 11.
11. Okay. You
Yeah.
squint your eyes trying to look at them, but you can't really notice precisely what they're trying to get at with their pickaxes. You can't tell what they're mining for.
Okay.
You assume this is just a form of labour. As you all continue onwards, you John, you notice what seems to be a shadow in the lake keeping pace with all of you.
Who's John? But okay. I will discreetly point it out to the others.
At least it's not calling you Naturalis anymore.
But yeah, fair enough.
Improvement.
So, you've noticed this relatively large shadow in the water keeping pace.
Oh, I said discreetly point out to the others.
Okay, yeah. I'd say everyone else, you do you see this as well, as he sort of slowly whispers and points out.
Okay.
That doesn't seem like a good thing. Shall we quick enough?
Sooner we get out of here, the better. But of course, trying not to get noticed by anything that would want to stall us.
What do you all do?
Should we start sneaking now that we're closer to the people and the... I don't know what the others are, that's why I'm stopping my sentence there.
Sure.
Yeah,
but-
that might be a good
You're
idea.
going to try and sneak them?
Does the thingy still work? Just because.
Assuming it has not been an hour, then
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
But we
it's not been an
reroll.
hour yet. It's been about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I would also like to keep my reaction kind of like open and ready in case anything tries to attack is the very first thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spencer, what did you get for yourself? Hello.
26.
Hello, Giselle. Did you hear what was happening?
Yes, I have wireless headphones. I'm very
Ooh, goody.
yes, I'm very sneaky.
Okay.
I got a 24.
Spencer, what'd you get?
26.
26. Mistral.
21.
Rory.
32.
32.
Yeah.
Officer. That's a 14.
Oh no.
Everyone.
Oh,
This is stealth, right?
oh my. With the plus 10.
Poggers.
Pog. What'd you get?
Hugger.
32.
Dang.
That's below Rory's average. Tereth, what'd you get?
24.
24.
Poggers.
Daniels. Wait, I need to get the
Daniels is going to get us killed,
Wait,
everybody.
the day Daniels gets a nat 20, like, that will be such a glorious day.
Yeah.
That's
If
for
Daniels
sure.
gets a nat 20, I will pluck my nose hairs one by one.
On call, Josiah.
Out of one
And
of the
we'll-
nostrils. I'm not doing both.
And we'll post it as a super special bonus episode.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Just
No,
like,
it
comment,
goes
nice
on
comment.
my
Hey.
would like
OnlyFans.
it.
It goes on my
Oh,
OnlyFans.
that's not
Thank
You
you.
need to
Guys,
add a
remember to
subcard
subscribe
of
to
nose hair plugging.
Size
Okay.
OnlyFans.
Tenebrae.
I'm already sad that none of you are actually looking at her. I mean, I'm not sad, but I'm sad.
What?
Malon.
That completely cut out for me.
Yeah, same.
Jeez. Okay. So,
Jeez Louise.
as you're all continuing onwards, this shadow still keeping pace with all of you. As you're crouched down, slowly making your way, you begin to see what seems to be a place where this path leads into what seems to be another tunnel. And you all notice that there seems to be... Well, actually, no. What is all of you... Wait, no, you can't actually do... Okay, no. As you keep walking.
Can you like let us know when we're like out of shot of the people
Miners.
mining.
I will do. You carry on walking, and the miners begin to become more distant, and you reckon you're out of earshot.
Shadow thing still following us.
In the water, yes.
Okay. Now that we've kind of gone past the living things, if you guys want to pick up pace, we can. If you want to continue sneaking, that's fine too.
I do not see a benefit for us to continue anymore.
I think we need to try and get away from that thing, and I will gesture at the thing.
Tereth, do you know about, not Tereth, Tenebrae, do you know how far till?
We are about halfway, I think.
Oh, only, that's great.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, don't apologize. Don't apologize.
Terrence just thinks that if he is nice to you, you're gonna smite him or something.
That's right.
I mean,
He's on a
He sort of
review.
shrinks behind you, Tareth.
That's okay. Don't apologize. You didn't make the tunnels. That's fine. Just missed the sun. And things not smelling like salty mushrooms.
He doesn't respond.
I will crack him one day like an egg. Not in the way that will hurt him. Not in the way that will hurt him.
He
will crack
screams.
him one
Like, he's gone.
No, not in an aggressive way. That's not what I meant.
This has
I meant
permanent
to
brain
go-
damage from now on.
I meant I will bury the hatchet.
crack him like an egg.
Eventually.
I will crush him
One
like
day.
my enemies and my omelette.
I crush my enemies.
Nice
like
morning snack for you, Mistra.
I mean, it's been a while since we all had something to eat. So just give me a day.
Yeah, it has. You're all very
Yeah,
fucking
that's-
hungry.
I'm sure John will be so happy.
I don't think now's the time to eat though.
I
Okay.
kind of stopped paying attention to rations like a while back.
Yeah, I know you did. None of you have any left.
Don't we?
I gave-
You keep me track of
I
them.
do.
He does. He has rations.
I do.
Doesn't Malon have Goodberry?
You only have to stop to grow them though, and I don't think stopping is a good idea.
No. Stopping is a very bad idea. So how about we don't stop?
Can't stop, won't stop. Okay.
How about we have a nice meal when we leave?
I haven't listened to those guys in so long.
He can be nostalgic later. Okay. So, as you all continue, there is this briefest of ripples in the water as this large circular head emerges out of it, looking directly at you. 3 eyes moving down in this almost a column of 3. This large, toothy smile with needle-sharp teeth. These
Nobody.
tentacles coming off of the back of the form of differing sizes, all keeping
Is it wearing
it in
fishnet
place as it's just coasting along, staring directly at you, Mistral.
I don't want to look at it. I'm gonna look at the floor and just kind of like poke, tug on Oberon's arm and point at it. I don't want to look at it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that because then he's gonna look at it too.
Don't nobody look at the water.
I'm really tempted to do something.
No.
You don't know he's
really
tempted. You
big.
don't know he's tempted. What are you tempted? What are you gonna do? What would Spencer do?
See, I'm unsure if it's something Spencer would do or just dumb me.
Are you planning on wild shaping?
I can't. I would.
I think you still have one.
No, I don't.
I think you used one at the start when you turned into the
Yeah,
massive
'cause-
wasp.
But the thing is, I didn't take a short rest before that because I didn't think I'd need. I think I needed it.
Okay. So, as this large form with its multiple tentacles that you can now see coasting along as these ripples.
Guys, there's something behind us. Don't look at it. It's kind of gross.
I believe we have all noticed that.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to say
I am-
anything because no one else was saying anything.
I wanna take
I
a little
am-
sneak peek.
Okay. You look back, you see these, as it's all three of the eyes focused on the back of Mistral's head, as you see the top one look directly at you. You see the smile widen as it speeds up slightly.
I sort of just grab Mistral's hand a little bit tighter.
Yeah, you've like,
I just
Mistral,
like,
you
oh,
wince
fuck.
slightly as it's sort of like wringing the blood out of your hand, is because your blood hunter blood that not really doesn't really coagulate in the same way that normal blood would.
I'm not even gonna be that bothered by it. In fact, I might just take my other hand and grab his a little bit higher up. So just the other side of his hand. I'm holding his hand with both my hands.
I think now might be the point we run, maybe a little bit.
Okay then. Fucking sprinting.
I so
Also, I got my emotional support, guys.
So are you all sprinting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yes.
As
Can
you
we go
all
away from the lake?
begin to
or-
pick up the pace, you can certainly try to pick up, go away from the lake. Do you go like as far away from that massive lake as you can? So, so where you are is currently you see the lake is sort of, you're beginning to see where it bends round. You're beginning to see where it goes. It's a bit ahead of you. You can see multiple other sort of small spotty little lakes. And that's
So
just
the
dotted
path-
around, and the path is going through a good few of them to this cave mouth that you can see.
How long till the path leaves this particular one?
This particularly large lake, you say it's about, if you ran full pelt, it would be about 5 minutes. It's still a decent
Run
bit.
full pelt. Just run. Just run. Leave Daniels behind if he slows up.
Okay.
I mean, Daniels is kind of a useless NPC.
He's comedic relief, John.
Yeah, true, but he never did anything for us.
Apart from like,
Never have I been so conflicted.
apart from giving you information about the Watchers, but anyway. So are you all running?
Yes.
Who is at the back of the marching order, may I ask?
Oh fuck. Oh no. No. It's this. Isn't it?
Yeah, me and Tenebrae are at the front.
Yeah.
No, you're not at the front.
No,
it's
not
me
at the
and,
front.
It's me and fucking
Oh, I guess.
what's it called Mistral.
How did you forget Mistral's name?
I
forget
forgot
it
my
too
own
sometimes.
character's name because I said me, John. Okay.
Flip a coin.
Who?
Oh, it's this
Not the
time.
coin you usually use.
Yes,
Use a
the
different
coin you
this
usually
time.
Yes,
use.
the coin I usually use.
No.
Don't die! Don't die! Don't die!
You can't stop me.
I don't want you to die.
Oh, that's nice.
Don't stop me now. Don't stop me because I'm having a bad time.
I'm having a bad time. What?
Tails.
What?
Tails.
Oh fuck. Guys, I think Fisk's dead. Sorry, not Fisk.
Does a 19 hit your armor class?
Nah. That's a very old joke. Why do I still make it anyway? Yes. Of course it does.
I don't know, you are a druid. Like,
You take 9 bludgeoning damage, and can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
1 second. Ah. Okay, Constitution. Oh wait, I'm not great at that. Didn't you say Constitution?
Yes.
Alright. First. It's a 4.
Okay. As you get hit in the back by this long, slimy tentacle, as it hits you, as you stumble and fall, as part of your body falls into the water, as you feel this strange mucus-like slime almost that coats a good half of your body. As it gets into your eye, you try and blink it out as you try and wipe whatever it is off of you, as it sort of continues to coat more and more of your skin as you get up and begin running after everyone else. And after about a minute of continual running more and more, you feel you begin struggling to breathe. As you notice this, you all notice this.
Become a fish or something.
It's the Aboleth curse, isn't it? Thing.
You are diseased for 2 hours.
That's not. Yeah.
As you begin clawing at your throat, beginning to try and breathe, what do you do?
I can't do the thing that I would do.
Wait. Hang on a second. Did it make an attack against Spencer?
Yes.
It needs to roll a d4 against this thing, because I said earlier
roll
that...
a d4 against the thing. What is your DC? Spencer, what is your DC? Not DC, AC. What is your AC?
14.
That's not a 4. That's 2 6s. That I pressed the wrong thing. Give me a second, guys.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so she. To be fair, in your. What?
I rolled a 4. So it needs to be 19 minus 4.
19 minus 4.
For that initial attack against Spencer.
That's 15. That still breaks his armor
That
class.
still hurts, yeah.
Okay, so it's still the thing. As you flip round, holding your hand out, as a bit of your blood sort of things, you see the eyes on the aboleth sort of darken slightly, but then it dissipates rather quickly as it still hits the back of Spencer as this film is almost going over him. He's struggling to breathe. What are you doing, Spencer?
I'm doing my best to keep running, trying.
Okay, as you keep running, trying to run, you take 10 points of damage as you begin to suffocate.
Can I try and, it's a film covering
Yes.
his mouth, right?
His body.
Can I try cut it with a dagger?
You're just gonna cut me in half?
Roll a attack with your dagger.
I'm not trying to cut
Okay.
Spencer.
Okay, then. Okay, well, as you begin take your dagger a bit closer to it, Malon runs over, shoulder shoves you into the water, and as your back falls into the water. As you're underwater, you begin to be able to breathe.
Oh, I thought you meant me. I was like...
No, Spencer.
Oh, okay.
Same, I also thought you meant.
I was like, what?
That would have been perfect.
No. Malon sort of pushing you out of the way, Teref, as he just shoves into Spencer as you begin to be able to breathe in the water. As Malon rushing over to where the aboleth is, as he begins speaking in a language. I don't think any of you speak deep speech, do you?
I can probably cast a spell when it starts speaking.
Okay, so as Malon rushes over to it, he begins speaking to the aboleth. This sort of very exaggerated vowels, this sort of almost rolling deep tone to his voice. And the aboleth, as it sort of swimming over, ducking down, as you see it, Spencer, as you see it in your periphery, you see it go right up to you. Its three eyes studying you.
I
As
look in its eyes extremely frightened.
as it sort of it's multiple tentacles, meaning it can duck around and move in extreme haste and a shocking amount of speed for its size. As it's almost almost the waves that it causes underwater, sort of throwing your body slightly. As it then emerges again, still now looking at Manon.
I'm just trying to figure out whether I can actually swim.
You can swim. You can swim. I'll say it's your.
Isn't it half movement speed? I
Yeah,
don't
I'll say
actually
it's
know.
half movement. Considering you've got gear, metal gear on you, I'll say it's half movement.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you have a swimming speed.
Oh no. No, it's just
You can
like...
turn into a fish, but you know.
No, I can't.
No. Anyway, so as Malon begins speaking to it, as it now looking at him, this deep, low, guttural sounding voice begins emanating out of it as you see this long, thin tongue inside its mouth as it begins speaking. I doubt...
What is...
Oh, are you casting comprehend languages?
Yeah.
Alright, now I actually have to give
I
it a
casted
voice.
it.
Fuck. Okay.
You're welcome. I know how much you love doing that.
As you get into the middle of a conversation of it, as you finish the incantations, or you hear from the aboleth is, and what would be given in return?
No, Malon, don't do it.
As you hear Malon, knowledge. 1,000 years worth from up above.
I'm sure we can barter with something else. I say that to Milan really, really quickly in Elvish.
Malon.
What about Daniels?
Yeah, give him Daniel!
I can cast polymorph on Daniels and make him look like Malon and give him.
Here's some random.
He sort of glances over to you, Mistral, saying, "There's not exactly anything else we can that would interest it, as well in Elvish."
I'm going to let go of Oberon and kind of walk over to Milan very hardly and kind of just like pull on him, I guess. And I'm like, listen.
What did you say?
Right?
I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear what you said. All I heard was, "I guess."
I'm gonna let go of Oberon,
Mm-hmm.
go straight over to Milan and actually like hold on to him and like listen.
Okay.
I'm sure there's something else. Don't give up whatever that is.
If you have any more ideas, then I'd love to hear them. But right now, I want to not lose anyone.
Look hard.
No, not doing that.
I mean, it'd be cool, but don't.
It would make it interesting, guys.
Yeah, but it'd likely end up killing us. So I haven't read.
What
I've
if
read
we
one
ask
card,
him?
So that's not helpful to me.
So just, it isn't interesting at all at the moment, is what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying you would make it more interesting.
Oh, what did you say? What did you say, Paris? I couldn't hear you. 'Cause they were talking.
Sorry. What if we ask it? What if we ask it? 1,000 years of, I'm assuming, is your memories. he could take anything. He could even take your most happy things. I'm not speaking proper English right now, Elvish right now.
Wait, you're giving
Do I
away your
understand what's going
memory?
on if she's speaking
Yeah, she
language?
just said
Yes,
that.
yes.
Okay. No, she was speaking in Elvish.
Oh, F. So I don't understand.
Well,
No.
I said knowledge, not memories, and
I didn't know what that meant, and I still feel like that's a bad thing.
they can read and see memories they cannot take, as far as I'm aware. I don't know,
And
though.
in case you're forgetting, you kind of have something that you're remembering that you don't want people to read and remember. Know that you know it's a gesture to what. Okay, no, I don't gesture to anything in case the thing is watching. I'm just hoping he knows what I'm talking about.
He sort of looks at you and nods. What else is there then? He sort of speaks now in this dialect, saying, "What would you want in return? For safe passage." And the creature turns its head and moves around slightly as it ducks under the water once again. Spencer, you see it studying you again. As it moves now closer to you, one of the tentacles wrapping around you as it pulls you and sort of turns you as it's sort of looking directly at you. One of the eyes making perfect eye contact, the other two sort of glancing all around you. And then it lets you go again. You're sort of sent spinning slightly, still swimming. As it then pops up. As it once again speaks. I wish for knowledge. Power.
What you... Okay, I'm gonna need you to translate for me, please, Milan. Ask it if there's something specific it would like to know that we might know the answer to.
He says, "Is there something specific that you would want to know?" As it turns its head as it begins swimming, moving a bit more. This almost hypnotic dance it's doing with its body.
Guys, don't look at it. It's trying to hypnotize us.
Oh, my gaze is firmly plastered on Milan right now.
You can see his sort of... You can tell his mind is going a mile a minute. He's trying to think of a way out of this.
I'll look at my not yet boyfriend.
He is terrified. He is sort of clung to you, sort of.
I'll put an arm around my not yet boyfriend.
Just call him your husband!
Oh my god, I love this. You're calling him my not yet boyfriend. Okay, yeah. He sort of like, yeah. He gets close. He's sort of whispering, "What is that thing?"
I think something from some sort of deep fathoms. I don't know. That just popped into my head. I don't know where that came from.
What did you say?
Something from the deep fathoms, but I think that's just something. I don't know where that came from.
No, yeah. He's sort of shivering slightly as the creature now speaking up. I wish to know of the realms.
I know some stuff about some realms. Okay, I don't have anything. I don't know anything that could potentially harm us. Tell it if it wants to. Can review all of my memories then instead of yours. I mean, it was trying to do that before earlier, I'm assuming, when it was attacking me. So maybe it'll be happy with that.
As
Wait, that wasn't in.
This is all in Elvish.
Naya,
Yeah.
as
So I understand what's going on.
Naya, as Melon
Yeah.
speaks up to you, I think he would be more interested in mine, and I think he knows that.
Yeah, but if we can get him to not be interested in yours, that would be great. Maybe we should get the bard over here to help convince it that it would prefer to look at mine.
I don't.
You want me to fucking
Oh.
convince?
Maybe when you point to me, I'll point to my ears, and maybe you'll think I'm an elf, and still be like, that's a lot of knowledge.
Sure.
I know I'm not sounding very
Maybe I should not have started this by telling him about 1,000 years worth of knowledge.
Whatever it is, though, no one who knows what you have, they can't be observed by this thing.
I'm just simply.
Can I just be clear, Paris or not Paris? Are you referring to the deck of many, or are you referring to?
I'm referring to that, but Michelle doesn't know what that is. She just knows that you guys are holding something very important.
Okay, cool. I thought it might be something.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
I could try to. I could modify my own memory to have myself forget about the deck for now.
Would it be able to remember that?
I don't know.
I mean, not remember that. Would it be able to tell that you've done that?
I don't know.
Might get
erase my memory
angry.
of ever doing it.
Might get angry if it figures that out somehow.
Can he pass me or someone the deck? If he's gonna do
The
that.
thing will still know that we have it, though. That's the problem.
No, but I mean before he erases his memory.
Oh.
Because the beholder will.
It's not the beholder.
The aboleth will know if there is person.
Let's
I suspect.
Also,
see
delete
if we
who
can do
has
something
it.
else first. Does Daniels know that we have the cards?
No.
No.
What if you?
Guys,
Okay.
what are you talking about?
Okay, Milan. What if you offer him rather two people's knowledge, myself and Daniels?
Not you.
That's better than one person.
It's. It said it wanted knowledge of the realms.
And together, I'm sure we know some stuff. Actually, no, but do I know anything about any other realms?
Give me
Considering
Daniels know
my
history
religion.
check.
It's like considering what religion I follow.
What
and all
religion
of
you
that.
follow, you would know about the abyss.
Okay, okay. That is as soon as I find where history is, because I've been progressing on everything else besides that, is a 14 plus 2, 16.
Okay. You would know a decent amount of information about a few of the main ones, and you would know a few of, you would know of the 9 hells, you would know of, you would know of the astral plane, you would know of, but you know enough to know that they exist. You don't know you know somewhat more about the abyss than the others, but not large amounts.
Okay. I know a fair amount about various places. Obviously, I'm no scholar or anything. That's bound to be something. And like I said, two is better than one.
You know that we own.
That's what she said.
You know that we are in possession of something incredibly dangerous. You don't know what it is, but you know it's dangerous, and that might be enough to pique its interest.
I don't know it's dangerous. I know it's important. I could just be like someone's birth certificate or something. I don't know why that was the first thing that popped into my mind, but that sounds important.
What are you guys talking about? Because I don't speak language.
We are trying to barter with an aboleth for
I
our
see.
friend's life.
So it's
What's on the table?
It wants, I'd imagine it wants either my knowledge and memories, or at least to see them, or knowledge of the realms.
I know it sounds bizarre, but it's worth a try at the very least.
What is?
Tenebrae, the adults are talking, okay? No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
You're probably older than me. I don't know how old your character is.
Tenebrae is older than you. Malon, again speaking, I don't know if that will be enough, but we can try.
If he says no, he says no. Just make it sound convincing, you know? Make him want it. Make him think it's his idea.
Are you asking me to gaslight an aboleth?
I sort of like just walk up, just like stand next to him, just like I believe I could be of more use if you wanted to choose that faithful path. And I sort of shudder as I suggest it. Because I've now realised that if I do that...
What are you gonna give?
It will likely wish to see inside one of our memories. Or all of our memories.
Just make sure that it doesn't see anything from the last.
You cannot hide from an aboleth in that way.
I guess.
The memory must not exist for the aboleth to not to see it, if I understand correctly.
Well, I think Daniels is the only one who hasn't seen it.
Yeah,
Same.
Daniels. Everybody else has seen it.
This is up to you all. I don't know what to do.
Well,
if I
just
let
ask it.
To my head,
Sorry,
then it will. It might not find it right away, but it will find out about the deck.
It cannot be you.
Just ask it if it would take the both of ours, myself and Daniel's. Let it know that I know some things about different realms.
What language are you speaking in?
No, Rory knows. Rory knows.
No, Rory doesn't know what it is.
Not properly.
But it's
She
very
doesn't know what it
powerful.
is, but she got.
Guys, it doesn't matter that we don't know what it is. It will know what it is, likely.
Yeah.
So anybody who's seen it will instantly give us away. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, which is Rory, Oberon, Cyril. Oh, speaking of Cyril, he actually speaks up, saying, "Well, we could try to let it into my head. Maybe my patron will tell it to piss off or something."
Will the patron know, or will it think that this is kind of funny?
Are we gonna get
Yeah.
Cyril killed while Felix
let me
isn't here?
As he touches his circlet, his body sort of relaxes slightly, and then... well, he's currently enjoying this a lot.
Yeah.
And he expressed a desire to want to speak to it, so that's off the table.
Yeah.
As he says that, the circlet just slightly.
Oberon, do you have anything that could help Milan in the sense of persuading the Aboleth to take our compromise deal? I don't know how bards work.
I can offer it the deal, but I believe.
You've cut
I
out
think.
completely.
Yeah, right at the end.
Yeah,
Really?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
I believe that's the only chance.
For fuck's sake.
God!
This is what it sounds like. I believe they could.
I can see your
Just-
mouth moving on your camera.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake! Can you hear me now?
Yes.
The microphone is here.
Yes. Say it quickly. Go.
Okay, I believe that the only way I could influence it would be by speaking directly to it. Otherwise, I have no chance.
Well, they can They can speak through telepathy, but that will be a bit uncomfortable for you.
Wait, they can read our thoughts.
If that is all that can be done, then that is what will be done.
As Mum speaks to it again. My elven brother here wishes to speak with you through telepathy. As it, one of the eyes.
Oh, I'm
looking at you.
scared! I'm scared.
As its body ducks into the water and then looking directly at you.
Is it my turn to comfort you now?
No, I've got the toy for that, don't worry.
As
I
you
meant
hear
Mr.
in your
One,
head
move
this
on.
echoing voice that deafens out anyone else speaking. As it... And what would you wish to speak of, child?
I have... with telepathy, do I sort of think it, but still
You
say
think
it,
it,
but you
but
can
still
hear?
say it, so
Yeah,
you can hear
okay,
it.
cool. I would have... deal of sorts. And that would be that you choose the minds of... What form is Mistral taking at the moment?
Half of it.
She is taking a half-elf form, yeah.
Of my half-elven brethren. The human over there. Do you
Kind
want...
of, you know,
So as you gesture to them,
Do you want
the
me
middle,
to-
the middle eye stays on you, the other one over at Mr. The other
Can I
one.
roll persuasion, please?
Yes, over at Daniels.
Yes!
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
I'm so scared that I'm gonna let you all down, but I really hope you don't. Yes! Okay. Okay. It's 31.
31?
Yo!
God.
Yes!
What is your modifier?
Plus 12!
Fucking bards, man.
I have a plus 12 to persuasion, and that's
As you
why I
hear
wanted to
in
do
your,
it.
as it is staring at them both, you hear.
And mine? No. That was not part of the deal.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
A
As
wisdom-
well as you,
me.
as well as you, Mistral.
Fuck me,
Oh,
this is
boy.
bad. This is bad.
Are
Wait,
they
wisdom
lawful?
saving
Yes, wisdom saving.
saving
throw.
throws.
No, but do I know what it is?
I got a 14.
I got a 20. Not natural, but it's a 20.
Nice, nice.
Okay, so as
You might not find
as
the
you
deck.
feel this piercing sensation in your head, you stumble slightly. As then you try to force it out as you do that, you sort of you corner off everything you don't want known into a certain part of your mind. Everything, the outside, like just sort of thoughts, what you had for breakfast, sort of thing, that you let out. But everything, all your closely guarded secrets, everything you're trying to hide, you keep it close to your chest. And you feel the feeling eventually go as you go dizzy. Everything you see doubles. As Mistral, you feel a very similar sensation, but it is a very you don't sort of lock anything down as you're not expecting it, as you're almost brought to your knees as you're almost seeing in front of your eyes these all of your different memories, starting from your childhood growing up in your manor house on the island. Or you have to relive every single second of it. It feels like years going by.
Oh, she is bawling like a baby.
Yeah, as you see, trying to escape with your siblings, as you see as your brother turning back to try and give you a chance to escape. You see Nemi, and you see Damia. You see the Crimson Raiders. You remember being on the run. You see the first time you saw Arenelle again after what happened. You remember being left nearly dead. And then after reliving everything, you're back. As you see that Daniel's as well on his knees, like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
What? Can you describe what Daniels is reliving?
Yeah.
Well, there was that time his dad died. And
His dad died,
became a
his sister's a prostitute in El Turiel, and it is
Him reliving being tied up for like
being tied up for 3 days straight.
Fine. He's like, oh well.
Well,
Dad loving him.
yeah. His
Does
dad
he finally
pressured him.
realize? He finally realized the abuse he's gone through?
Yeah, he's sort of, well, you guys are a bit fucked up. Well. As he sort of shakes his head, as sort of, as he speaks out towards Manon, you can still understand it, Mistro, as he says, "A deal is a deal."
Oh, thank fuck.
As it disappears under the water. Spencer, you see it cut a circle round you one last time, sort of tugging at part of you with its tentacles, as you hear in your head, "See you soon." Give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's gonna be fun.
Just takes all our memories. But depending on what law,
Oh, that's actually not horrible.
Not me as a character, but me as a player is so tempted to pull a card.
What did you get?
18.
18. You feel a pull towards its eyes, as you feel almost this second conscious go over you for just a moment until you push it back as it tilting its head. Very interesting. I wonder if I'll see you again. As it disappears into the murky water.
I guess I'll swim up.
You swim up. You're only now realizing how deep in the water you are. You're about 150 feet down.
Oh fuck. Yeah, see you guys as the next character.
As you can still breathe.
Oh, okay.
You can still breathe.
See you guys never, I guess.
As it takes you a good bit, and then you're sort of struggling to breathe. You can barely breathe, but as like the water wind gets to you, you feel this almost like strange sensation as this mucus is completely covering your entire body. As you hear Malone shout, you won't be able to properly breathe air for a bit at least, but after it wears off, you should be fine, and I hope the aboleth will leave us alone now. Follow us, swim along the shore. We'll have to camp out slightly here. We can't leave right now. Okay, and you sort of like having to swim underwater. As you see these, there's these sort of strange shapes, small shapes, just out of your vision in the water. These small creatures you can't properly get a glimpse of. As Malon goes over to you, Mistral, are you okay? Aye.
I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
I'm sorry you had to go through this. I know what it's like.
I volunteered. I can't
Well, you didn't
be
exactly
angry
know
at
what
me
would
now.
happen. He sort
We
of
just
holds out a hand to help you up.
got out of here. He takes it.
Yeah, he helps you up. Come on, we can't stay here. He sort of looks like he's about to say something, and then just sort of
She's gonna kind of like, she's gonna hesitate for a second. Then she's gonna like, she's gonna hesitate for a second, but then decide not to let go of him.
okay.
Just because comfort factor.
He keeps a hold of you, sort of like a sort of a comforting sort of hand around your arm around your shoulder, sort of trying to helping you keep balanced and making sure you're okay. As he leads you all along the shore until there's a place where it's relatively calm looking, with not as much, sort of quite close to the shore. Well, I could create a place where we could stay safe. It would take me about 10 minutes, but
10 minutes is fine.
are you okay?
It's
You seem frazzled.
Me?
Yes.
It tried to take my mind.
Fuck.
It did not manage, but it tried.
Yes.
My head still spins slightly.
An aboleth's search for knowledge and power is insatiable. They are ancient creatures, but they still wish to know more. I've encountered them before.
Them? Plural?
There are many, at least that I know of. Not as many as there used to be, but the aboliferous species.
Well,
And I had a pleasant drop once with me and 17 others. We had to barter with one to allow safe passage, similar like this. We offered information to it, knowledge. Only 3 of us did. There the information that it found, it did not like. And it killed all but 3 of us, the ones who offered it knowledge. It was I and 2 others.
Mistral, do you know if it saw the thing?
Probably not, because I haven't seen the thing.
Okay, you didn't see it, but you've heard us talking about it.
That's good. Well,
Yeah.
we could have been talking about anything. And an aboleth does not care for most material possessions. So, there is that.
It's a relief.
Yes.
Pop.
Right. As he, Malon sort of like, from this sort of vine-like bracelet he has, he sort of grows this small cherry. As he holds it out, he grows another and another. As he holds out, he hands one to you, Oberon, one to you, Mistral, and then he hands one to Daniels. Eat. Yeah. It'll make you feel better.
Mean.
Right, I'm going to try to make a place where we can at least be safe for tonight. As he, sort of, like, giving you sort of a bit of a squeeze on the shoulder to make sure you're okay, Mr. And then lets go and sort of crouches, sort of kneels down and begins muttering a lot of a good few different spells as these vines begin circling around all of you in this form of dome. There's as it and as it finishes, almost blocking out all the light, parts of it stretch open into these sort of view holes, and a part of it stretches outwards to be a makeshift doorway. It's relatively large. You'll be very cozy with sleeping. Some of you will have to sort of be very close together. This is about as large as I can make it. My apologies.
It will do fine.
As Malon grows a few extra cherries from that bracelet, picking them, and hands one to everyone, apart from the ones who'd already given one.
Thank you.
And he walks over to the water's edge, and from this bracelet grows this long sort of vine that just reaches over to you, Spencer, with a cherry dangling from it.
Grab.
Yeah. You sort of grab it. You have to sort of make sure you've got it because you're sort of very like slimy mucus covered fingers as you sort of bite down.
And make a noise that sort of gives off the vibe of thank you.
Well, go on, do it. Make the noise. Make the noise. Make the noise. You have a drink. You have a drink. Right.
Fuck. This did not work.
That's amazing.
Okay. 1 second, guys. I'll be back in a second.
Oh my god, you okay?
I spilled water everywhere.
Oh, no.
I did not drink a single drop of that. It just went on my trousers and the floor.
Oh shit.
So I'll be right back.
Okay. Alright, as Malon moves back. Alright, who wants to take the watch? I'll take the last watch for the last 4 hours of the night, but
I'll take the first. I
No.
don't think I'm gonna be sleeping anytime soon.
I would appreciate it if you did try to sleep, but
I think anyone who had their mind entered should not take watch at all.
My thoughts
If you
exactly.
are awake, if you are awake, so be it. There should be someone who has not.
A clear head. No
I
offense.
could take a watch for a bit.
I would not be opposed to taking a watch as well.
Ooh, they can take a
Little
watch
off
together.
roads. Oh wait.
My-
No.
Oh my gosh,
sorry.
what if Tereth and Tenebrae took a watch together? JK, unless.
Sure. Why not? Yeah, sure. Me and Tenebrae can
Yeah,
take a watch
okay.
together.
Oh, you'll take a watch together then.
I thought you were doing a Daniel's voice then for some reason.
Now,
Daniel's just trying to
he sort of speaks.
Yeah, that
get
makes
in the
sense.
way of your
Daniel's
relationship.
You sort of see Daniel's already laying down on this sort of like, you see that the ground isn't just the mycelium, like it's this sort of like quite a nice comfortable layer, like about that thick layer of moss that has grown from Malon's
Daniel's likes Tereth confirmed.
No.
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 They've been bonding quite nicely over their mutual fear.
Yeah. to be
Yeah, they
fair,
have
like-
actually. They're they've been chatting about the different ways to avoid you. You know.
No.
I saw you as a
Daniel.
son, Daniel.
Daniel shall not take.
I'm like, I have a reason to
best
be
bro.
scared of Mistral, and my character's not particularly scared of Mistral.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like 5'2".
Yeah, she's
And you're just a
5'2",
massive
but
power.
also has blood magic and stole the souls of a bunch of people's
Didn't she
corpses.
become a
Yeah,
foot
that was
taller to
terrifying.
fit
Why-
into the armor?
Armor
I
is
made
wearing.
4 zombies for fun. She's somewhere on my level.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what? Sorry, I was talking over you, Josiah.
I made 4 zombies for fun. She's on my level with stuff.
Wait, when did you make zombies? Oh, I remember when you made
I thought
them.
it was 3.
I made 4 zombies and then literally just
3.
let them take them away by giving them away. 3.
Yeah, 3
Oh no, I
zombies.
could have made 4, but there weren't enough. There weren't enough corpses.
Nice.
We didn't have enough corpses, guys. We need to do better.
Don't worry, I'll make some next time.
Thank you. I really appreciate
I'll
that,
be your
Rory.
supplier, Mistral.
Rory
That's
is
perfect.
Rory
I
is
can have
overall
the souls, you can
stealer.
have the bodies. It's a great.
Yes, I don't know what I'm
Yes.
used to bodies for.
I
but
don't
I'm sure I'll
actually
figure
need. I don't
something out.
actually need the soul. I don't actually need the soul. I just need the body, so it's actually fine.
Great, we can
Wait,
be
you
business
need the
partners.
bodies? Oh yes, yes. And I'll just collect them for you.
Yes.
One
Who
second,
is
no,
who
one
is taking
second.
what
Collect
watches?
meaning
Who is
murder
taking what watches?
brutally.
Me and Tenebrae is dying.
I don't think I'll be taking a watch because at least 1.5 an hour, maybe, of my rest is already being taken up by underwater.
So
You could
You
just sit in
said
the
2
water.
hours,
Okay,
right?
so
And you
what-
have to be like at least.
it's for 2
6
hours, and you
asleep.
have your head submerged in it.
Yeah.
I'll take a watch after those two.
Okay,
Yes.
so and then Malon can take the rest of the watches. He does speak up, saying, "Oberon, you did wish to speak with me in private. Maybe we can do that when it is my watch."
Of course.
Owls with their trances.
Yeah.
Can I set myself a reminder to try and wake up then?
John, I will literally
You can't.
drown you.
No, you pretty much can't, because the fact that you wouldn't have if you want to forsake a full long rest and have a point of exhaustion.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
All right.
So we long resting.
Okay. Yeah. All of you go ahead and have a long rest.
Oh shit! Wait.
Oh.
Yeah. No, nothing.
And all right. So let's get to the first watch. That would be Terra from Tenebrae.
Oh God.
Sort of like staying up. Tenebrae is sort of sat cross-legged. He's got the coat, the cloak sort of wrapped around him. It's practically a duvet on him, as he's quite short. He also seems to have taken out the circlet and is sort of just twizzling it in his hands. It's this beautiful sort of it's part of it is sort of this this sort of stone, like sort of almost like black marble material that's sort of woven around themselves, in this sort of elegant pattern of multiple small different things plaiting in on themselves, with these like multiple different sort of like pinks and purples and sort of greens and other different coloured gemstones inside it, as he sort of is just twizzling it in his hands.
Yeah, I'll probably go and sit next to Tenebrae and kind of look at it.
As you sort of sit, he sort of like opens up the cloak and just. I just want him to try to be warm in this cave.
Yeah, I'll put the cloak around my shoulders.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a squeeze. It's much easier for it to be more of a duvet on him, but you manage it. You manage it.
Okay.
After everything.
Yeah.
After everything that's happened to both of us, do you think we can ever have our homes back?
Well, I hope so. And, well, hopefully it may take a lifetime, but whoever we choose to follow us may follow us. It's not the word I meant, but whoever we choose to, I don't know, inherit the kingdoms, they may have a better run.
Your kingdom is still there, so I suppose that should be our goal for now.
Hopefully, once I have mine back, I can help get yours.
No, I was saying just a few days ago that feels like yesterday it was me, you, and Simenti all sat under that tree. I had that lovely umbrella. I believe it was a gift from your father, actually.
I miss the old times.
So do I. It seems like both but a day ago and a lifetime ago.
I know what you mean.
Now we're camping with people that I've never met before and apparently in possession of a item that can destroy the world.
There aren't many good people in this world, but I believe these people are.
I hope so. Though, I'm glad I'm with you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully soon we will be able to have our lives back.
Hopefully. It almost feels like they were never stolen, but capsized. Does that make sense?
Yes, I know what you mean. And I will, just hug Tenebrae.
Yeah. He sort of shifts himself and just sort of lays back sort of onto your arm.
Hug Tenebrae for, I guess, the rest of my watch.
Okay. You spend the rest of your watch in a quiet silence.
At the end of it, just
Yeah, at the end of it, just yeah.
the freaking drenched half orc emerges from the water cursing in Orcish.
Oh, are you okay?
Sleep.
Yes, Ted, do you have any way of drying him off? I think you're...
Professor did say she, I think I have predigitation.
Fireball!
I'm just gonna cast Fireball. I do
Please,
not have
no, I'm on 14 HP. Wait,
I do not have predigitation. I do have Fireball though.
Okay.
Can you conjure a small fire that he can sit there?
Yeah, can I use like... I don't have create bonfire or stuff.
No, yeah, you could... I'll say...
you can light a fire with
Can I use
prestidigitation.
like... I have
He doesn't have-
Firebolt. Could I use my Firebolt to make a small fire? Kind of warm area pack.
I'll
Set me on fire, go on, do it.
I'll say
Do
if
it,
you
pussy.
you could take like some of the sticks from the dome and you could create a small little fire outside of it and you could cover your hand
Wait,
over.
no, we're hiding, aren't we? That's kind of a dumb idea.
I mean, you're in a big dome, and like everyone is sort of like, everyone's sort of like there's not much room. Like most people are like sort of sleeping sort of either next to or sort of part on top of each other, almost like in a pile.
Mosh pit!
Pretty much, except it's a dog pile, not a mosh pit, because a mosh pit is just beating the shit out of each other.
No, that's what we're all doing.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm doing. I'm having a nightmare.
You're fucking moshing.
My character's having a nightmare right now, okay?
You're just beating the shit out of Daniels.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel.
Yeah, I might have an idea. As he pulls out this small little book, from his, flips through it. I'm really bad at this, but my father thought it'd be best I try to learn.
Is he a wizard, Harry?
And he's sort of like,
You're a wizard, Tenebrae.
as part of you dries out. Okay, this is working. It takes about 5 minutes. You're eventually dry, but it's sort of like you've still got a bit like you're a bit sticky.
Why are you singing?
Can I like wrap the watch's cloak around him?
You're asleep.
You're asleep.
I'm not sleeping.
Why?
Why?
I said earlier my
She
character
can't.
couldn't sleep.
She can't sleep. She just relived the worst part of her life.
Right, of course.
I think she just
Yeah.
relived all of her life,
Mm.
including
Yeah, actually.
unless the message is that the worst part was the whole thing and she can't wait for the sweet
I
death. In
mean,
which case, damn, that's a sad
personally-
character.
Personally, when I've relived
My-
the
my
worst
goal
parts
in
of my
life is
life,
to
I
die.
like having a nice cry and then I'll sleep peacefully.
Also, Josiah, you know what my backstory is, and you're still asking.
Does he?
I know parts of
tell
it.
Oh yeah,
I know
you know.
parts of it, Nova.
Oh yeah, you know parts of it.
I know parts of it from before I was going to join the campaign.
Yeah, because you were my complaint teddy. Okay. So you dry off. You're a bit sticky. You're a bit uncomfortable, but you essentially you pretty much just find a comfortable person, probably Rory, and you just.
I crush her.
Rory's just a teddy.
Yeah, she's just fluffy. You just sort of like crushing her. Just it's.
You just break my wings.
Yeah,
Fine.
you find you get comfortable and you go to sleep good and you can have a long rest or something.
Yes.
I wake up and I'm very warm and very crushed.
Yeah, it's kind of nice actually.
The
It's sort of like
warmth
this
is
compression
internal
feeling. It's really quite
bleeding.
nice.
The warmth is internal bleeding.
Jesus.
Uh-oh.
It's reverse inflation.
I'm dead.
Okay. So after that, the second watch comes up. Who is at the second watch?
I was.
Okay. You wake up. There's a half orc kind of on top of you.
I try to like get out
Okay.
without waking him up.
Yeah, you're a monk. You're deft. You just sort of.
Can I replace him with? Can I
Daniels.
replace myself with Daniels?
Yes. Yeah. Also, yeah. Daniels is just like.
Without him knowing. Actually, can I scrap that? Can I replace him with Malon?
Okay, this is going to be a check because Malon's passive perception is 22.
Okay, replace just make Spencer spoon him.
Okay, give me a. What the fuck do I even give you a roll for this?
I got a nat 20. And that's whatever plus I have.
I was gonna say like sleight of hand, but you've got a really high plus on that, and that's higher than his passive perception. So.
Oh well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you definitely
25?
Malon's sort of resting against the wall, sort of just sitting upwards and in trance as he's. It's like very circulated breathing.
Using the same roll, can I put Daniel? Can I make Malon spoon Daniel?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Please draw this. Please draw this.
Yes.
Okay. Aaliyah has to draw this. This is her punishment for making this
Oh
happen.
god.
I want to see this.
Yeah, you have to draw this, Aaliyah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
gone.
Oh, God.
I laughed. Okay.
Okay, so you've
Yeah.
given Daniel's is
He's back.
Yeah, they're all sleeping. Yeah, they're sort of in a spooning cuddle conga line.
But when Malon wakes up, because Malon's in the middle,
You
so
see,
he's waking up the others.
weirdly, you sort of see Malon sort of like, sort of just nuzzle into sleeping.
Oh. Malon and Daniel ship? Question.
Confirmed.
A beholder appears. Okay, you as you set up for your night, where do you
changes
set up?
mind.
Where do you sort of set up for your watch?
Just kind of where the other two were.
Okay, yeah. You see they're like sort of sleeping with this this cloak draped over them, and you sort of see them just sort of resting on each other, sleeping.
Okay. Can I make them spoon as well?
They're pretty much already. Like, why can't you just let them have like a tender moment?
I'm the spoon fairy.
The goblin, the spoon goblin.
Spoon goblin.
You have
I
to name
make
the episode that
everyone
now.
spoon.
Why are we? She's just making so many pictures of shit. Alright, yeah. Is Mistral just not sleeping at all then?
Nah, she's not gonna.
Okay, well you can add a point.
Probably
of
gonna be
exhaustion at
like
the end of it then.
bobbing.
You're just sort of watching this. How do you? Does she say anything or no?
No,
I just
she's
grin
kind
up
of
at
just
her.
sitting in a corner.
Roll a perception check for your.
Okay.
Thing. Yeah, the others didn't roll a perception check because they were too busy being gay.
Yeah.
Is that a why or because you forgot?
Well,
I mean,
that's a 5. So
you pay attention.
I do.
Mostly. You
I'm
try
too
and you
busy
sort of
not
like
letting everyone
you sort of
spoon
like
each
you have
other.
this sort of pencil in your pocket and you just sort of like glancing over at like anyone else.
Just doing your
I start
homework.
eating the pencil.
Just very engrossed.
You
in
sort
your
of
homework.
think about drawing a mustache on someone and then you just sort of
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna draw a mustache on.
no you eat
Nope,
the
you're
pencil.
eating.
Do it. Please do it. I don't care if it's me. Draw a mustache on someone.
Okay, on Oberon.
Okay,
Thank
yeah.
you.
You just sort of like go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Guys, we can't tell Oberon for like. Yeah.
No, we're just gonna go into a
Hand.
town and someone's gonna point it out to him.
Yeah.
21.
21. Okay, what's your passive perception, Oberon?
My passive fucking perception. I'm asleep, Nova.
Yeah, it's still your
Passive
passive
perception is if I'm awake.
No, passive perception is what you use if someone's doing something while someone's asleep. That's what you use. What is your passive perception?
It's 14, but it should be like 9. I'm asleep, Nova.
Okay,
My
yeah,
sleep-
you still,
matter anyway.
it's not. Yeah, you've got elven ears. Okay, you've got elven ears.
It's gonna be a big, like, twirly mustache.
Oh, it's like. Is
Oh,
it
I
like a
have some inspiration.
Yeah.
fucking?
Mhm. Like a Monopoly Man mustache, but
Oh no,
just
like
more
Monopoly Man is
twirly.
like.
No, like.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, if any
just
of you
the
know who
curliest
FQ
moustache
is, this man.
In existence. I'll fill it in
No.
and everything.
Okay, yeah. You. Sorry, I just wanna remind you guys that this fucking gem exists. Anyway, yeah, you sort of draw it. It's a pretty good one. Oh yeah.
No, it's more curly than that. It like goes right round.
Do you draw a monocle as
Up
well?
to his nose. Sure.
Yeah, you had a monocle, a little bit thing like that.
What about a little unibrow? Just like keep going until he wakes
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Doing a
I'll
whole
just-
bunch.
Yeah, a unibrow,
No, I don't
a
want it to
penis on the
wake up.
forehead, you know.
Roll to
Yeah.
wake up in the middle of this. Like that. Oh god, to
I
end and I
got-
wake up.
I got 21. Come on, let me do this.
Me and I'm gonna wake up to take guard at some point.
I mean,
No,
you're
'cause
gonna
it's
wake
like-
you're gonna wake up
Beginning
after
of my
her
shift.
after her thing. You wake up after this, but she's not finished her watch yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I thought like she'd get so distracted in her art that it would just come to
I mean,
the
that
end
depends.
of her watch.
That
and
depends
just
what else she does. If she stops here, then it probably wouldn't. But
You know what? Let's draw one let me think. Because it would be funny to do it on Malon, but I don't think I'll get a high roll on that. I think I'll just wake him
you
up.
can certainly try.
Do it.
Alright, I'll try.
Roll sleight of hand.
That's a 16.
As you begin to creep ever so closely to Malon's face with the pencil, the second it touches, one of the eyes opens.
I just like
Sitting
flick the
up,
pencil behind me
moving
quickly.
the arm of Spencer off of him. He looks around.
Hi.
Hello.
I was just waking you up for your watch, you see. They fell asleep early, so I had to take over. So I've done my watch, and I need my sleep.
Ah, yes, I see.
Yeah.
Roll a deception check just for the fuck of it.
Yes.
What is that?
Roll it,
Deception.
just because, you know.
Where's deception? 19.
He says, "Oh, really? And were you trying to wake Oberon up as well?"
Look, I was actually very inspired. You see, ages ago I saw this man who had the biggest moustache and he looked just like Oberon without the moustache. So
Really? An elf with a moustache?
Rosa swears it doesn't happen. It didn't happen, but I saw it and
Please do not bring me into this.
Well, look. I just wanted to show my artistic skill, and it was just a perfect opportunity. I couldn't resist. And then I wanted to wake you up to show him, you see? It's my masterpiece. Do you like it?
Oh, it is quite wonderful. In fact,
I know, thank you.
Have I woken up yet?
In
Because
fact-
they're kind of talking now.
I'll say you're beginning to wake up. I said, in fact, I think I've seen the exact same person. I think I should.
Yeah, what a small world.
As he pulls out this rather elegant pencil. Oh no, come here. I'm
I fly upwards.
You're in a
I have
dome.
feathers. You can't draw on feathers.
You're in a dome.
I'll
You're in
draw
a
on
dome.
my feathers, peasant.
Don't touch my feathers.
As he says, as then this strange sort of hissing sound coming. As Oberon, you wake up to see a flying Rory that the feathers around the top of her beak begin to change colour ever so slightly.
Rory looks enraged.
Doing this quite elegant curly moustache.
Put it back.
Well, I guess I know what I'm drawing next.
Well, oh, don't worry. I was just trying to wake you up. It'll probably wear off.
Put it back.
I can't possibly do that. But I
Can I
know
roll
it will...
intimidation, please?
Go ahead, actually.
Am I fully awake?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll my own dice real quick.
What did you just say?
20, not natural.
Okay. He steps back slightly. That would be a certain waste of my magical capabilities. It will wear off in an hour or two. Don't worry.
Oberon is just losing his shit, like laughing insanely loudly in the background.
And then he realizes the wrong.
No, I'm not going to realize for ages, unless I look in like a clear pool of water, I'm not going to notice.
Rory, you must be able to take what you dish out, please now. You don't want to wake everyone else up. Come now.
Rory just stares at him.
Am I going to have to put you to sleep?
Are you going to use the night-night stick? Sorry, the forget-me stick.
I prefer a night stick because it implies that he's just gonna pull out a regular stick and just bonk.
No, but forget-me stick is a reference to something.
Mm. Oh god, what is it called in Thief? The thing.
See, I might know what Forget Me Stick is referencing,
No,
but I
no,
hope I
think
don't.
anyway.
What's Felix's favourite film?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Megamind.
That's the
I was
one.
gonna say it
That's
too.
the one. It is Megamind.
Okay, good.
Okay, so as Melon's sort of standing there, his arms folded, looking up at a flying, snarling Rory.
I just
no.
waft air at him.
His hair blows
With my
slightly.
wings.
His hair blows slightly. It's sort of immaculately blowing now. Sort of. It just sort of falls
Can
back
I
down.
blow it from behind? Can I fly behind him and blow it forwards?
Make a dexterity check.
If I remember correctly, the dome isn't very big.
It's not very big at all. That's why I'm asking her to make a dexterity check.
15.
15.
15.
Okay, you sort of, as you're flying, your wings sort of clip to the sides of the dome, and you have to right yourself. Okay.
Can I waft his hair forward?
He turns to look at you.
Oh.
What are you? Eberron, should I make her sleep or should I just try to ignore her?
Wait, before I go to sleep, I'll just land and put Daniels in the place where Malin was, in Fisker's, in Spencer's grasps.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what was Malon's reaction to waking up and spooning Daniels?
Oh, did you enjoy your spoon, by the way? And your spooning.
He looks slightly confused.
Well,
I don't have a spoon.
I just thought you looked cold, so I just put you like, I put you
Actually,
in the middle.
would Rory know what spooning is? She is like 5.
She's 5, yeah.
Did you enjoy your
Cuddles.
That's the word.
line of hug?
While it was rather comfortable, I do believe it was a slight bit non-consensual.
Oh, but well, you see,
I believe I at least would have had to be bought dinner.
well, we can arrange that.
You are 5 years old.
What?
Rory
I
gonna
think
start
it's
matchmaking the group, guys.
Yeah. I'll set you up a nice romantic. Or would you prefer Daniels? It's cool either way.
Terribly sorry, who were you referring to in the first one?
Spencer.
I think I'll pass.
Wow.
Your loss. Anyway,
Indeed it
I'll just
is,
move.
but how about you go to sleep? I think you could use.
Not his loss though. I.
Terribly sorry, Rory. It was just an insult.
What are you talking about? I didn't say anything. Now I'm just gonna. Will you help me move, Daniels?
I can help you sleep though. And as he
I
puts
could
his
help
hand,
you
as he puts 2 fingers on your head as you begin to feel drowsy, and he sort of helps you down onto the floor. Well, note to self. She's feisty at night.
She's 5!
Melon trying to catch a case, guys.
He did not mean it like that.
No, but Oberon took it that way and just very confusedly says that at him.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I did not mean it like that, you fucker.
Why are you like 200, 300? Probably older.
In all of my years, I have never met a group of people like you. Okay, let's not try to wake up the entire group. You said you wanted to speak to me anyway, so this is at least something. And you seem to be refusing to sleep. I won't judge. As he sort of looks over to you, Mistral. I'm in no
You know how
Can
you did
we-
send Rory to sleep? We could always make use of the night-night stick.
I don't think that would be wise.
Sorry, I'm too hyper.
Can Mistral kind of like slowly walk over to the two of you and just, I'd prefer not to meet the Night stick. If that's okay with you.
That is incredibly fair.
I'm sorry, I was woken in a rather comedic fashion, shall we say.
I love how no one is just saying anything about your face.
Oh, nobody
He's
needs.
gonna turn to look at you and just. No, it's fine.
Malon turns to you and you hear in the back of your head, do we tell him or...
No. Please, no.
His eyebrow raises. Well
Yeah,
then,
look at you. Being less of a stick in the mud these days.
excuse you, I don't think I was ever a stick in the mud.
It's a compliment. Take it.
Now, shall we sit outside this thing, or no? Are we planning on waking everyone up?
Well, I think we should move outside.
I would say get some fresh air, but
Nothing's fresh down here.
don't let Tenebrae hear you, he might get upset.
I promise not to tell anyone what you guys said. Might I enjoy your company rather than being alone?
I have no objection to that.
Oh, I don't see why not. It
You can
just
say no, it's fine.
it,
Well, if
yeah.
a
It just
youngling
rules
like
out-
yourself would like to spend time with a bunch of old timers.
I'm not that old, Malon.
Oh,
No, I'm only 160 something. I'm not that
why?
old. Malon's like nearly. He's probably like 10 times my age almost.
Well, I suppose you're both spending time with an old timer then.
So it would appear. Yes, please join us, Mistral.
Thank you.
I assume we're gonna speak in English, not Elven then? Sorry, common, not Elven?
I speak Elven.
You can comprehend Elven, can't you? Not
No,
speak.
she can speak it.
Oh, nice! In which case, speak Elven.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I braid one of your guys' hair while I'm there?
I mean,
Um,
Malon's braids that were in his hair have certainly loosened and... in the
Oberon
time
has
of fighting
long,
has-
unplaited hair.
Yeah. You've got a
Okay.
choice of fucking blonde elves. Who would have fucking thought?
Oh gosh. My
Would you
dreams
like
are coming
to
true.
re-braid
Surrounded by
someone's
two
hair,
blonde
or-
elves.
Braid someone else's hair who's never had their hair braided.
My greatest fantasies. How can I choose?
Flip a coin.
Or just do
But
both,
wait,
you know.
I'll just do both. I'll do both.
Okay. Out of
Braid the hair
curiosity, who do you
together.
start
Oh,
with?
everyone
No.
so good with
No.
new face
No, it's
and
like-
new hair.
Wait, no. If Mistral rolls a sleight of hand check to see if we notice her braiding our hair, we're talking.
Yes.
And then we both try and get up
Okay.
and we just fucking fall flat on the floor.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a 10.
Okay. Who are you
Oh.
braiding? Who are you braiding?
I'm gonna do both of your hairs.
At the same time,
guess.
are you braiding them
Not a-
fucking together?
Yeah. They
Please.
just
No, I
are
would-
attached.
Fine, with my sleight of hand of 10, we'll be braiding them together.
Marlon just
I do.
Marlon just turns his head to look over at you, and raises an eyebrow.
She shyly puts it back down again. And stops doing it.
Alan, why'd you have to kill the fun, bro?
I didn't do anything. I looked at her.
We were on the verge of greatness, I tell you!
I take back my statement. You're still a stick in the mud.
I don't even know what that one means. Out of all the years I've been alive, how have I not heard that one? Is that what you kids say nowadays?
It's the new lingo.
Yeah.
It's not that new. I know what it is.
I'm just.
Now that I've been caught, I think I'll just start with Oberon, then move to Milan without being sneaky. You guys continue talking.
Well, you wish to speak with me?
Yes, I wish to speak. Well, firstly, I wish to speak of it. I would like to know your truest opinions as to what we should do.
Well, I believe our cohort here should at least know what we're talking about.
Okay, so what we are discussing is something called the Deck of Many Things. It is one of, if not the most powerful magical item ever to exist. Drawing a card from it will grant something. It will cause something to occur. Some things will cause destruction greater than any being could imagine, and some things could grant wishes greater than anyone could believe. It is both one of the most powerful and dangerous things to exist, and somehow we are in possession of it. And Nova is holding it.
Excited DM noises.
Do you guys want to play blackjack with it?
You're so no.
Do anyone pick up with the fucking deck of many things?
You just don't wake up the rest of the party. You guys just all draw all the cards.
Yes! See how long we can... D&D Russian roulette.
See how
long can
long
you go?
you survive.
How long can you go before you die?
Oh god, the first thing you pull is void. Okay, no. This
Beautiful.
deck of cards is incredibly dangerous, and as was said, we are now in possession of it. We could not have left it. Dragonborn might have come back to open all of those vaults.
And they cannot have it even more than we cannot have it. I believe us having it is not a good idea, but them having it is worse.
I agree.
I'm almost of the opinion that anyone having it is not a good idea.
What are you planning on doing with it then?
I do not know. If I am being honest, I have no clue what would be the right decision.
Is there a way to destroy it? I'm sorry, Nova.
We don't know. There might be. Cyril told us of... Well, I did already know of it, but the...
Moonforge.
Elven and Dwarven Forge that was used to create some of the most powerful magical items, but I don't think this was created there. I think this is even older than the Moonforge. And I was not even around for that creation.
And I guess even if it did destroy the deck, it's not something we could just turn left at the next intersection.
Not exactly.
No.
It's said to be located in the spine of the world, and only true elders of our kind would know about it, though, as well as the dwarven elders, though. While we have peace with the dwarves, they're not exactly fond of us.
No.
They're
No, they
a proud, cocky race.
well,
Though, I suppose to an extent our race is as well.
please let us not discount our own.
No.
Self-thinking superiority.
It's like two kids who think they have more choice than the other. But neither truly being right.
Yes.
And if the Elven Lords would be able to point us in the direction, they're anything like Ilion, I suppose we should be telling them about our purpose for finding it.
Certainly not. Telling Ilion of that would be the same as telling a black dragon of it.
Excuse me. Who is Ilion?
You would not know
It's
of
an
him.
hat.
Okay, so in character then. Would you speak?
Ilion is one of the high elven nobles of the place the location of the place I grew up in. I didn't necessarily grow up specifically there, but that's a story of another day. He is judgmental, and he has a certain loathing for me and a certain lust for power. So much so that he would... Well, he is known to have tried to trick a god into getting power. Didn't
I
work.
imagine he was unsuccessful, yes.
It nearly worked. It was stopped. There's a lot of things that Ilion is, and when he wants it to be, he can be incredibly persuasive.
He sounds like quite the piece of work.
Yes, and while people like myself have studied druidic ways or monk arts, he has recently at least obtained a way of extending his own life. So sadly, he is someone like me.
So you mean to say that he is able to be ancient, shall we
He's
say?
able to be, though he is not currently.
No.
He is old for our race's standards of natural age. He is, I would say, 390 something.
Ah, yes. Well, with the current circumstances, I'll be lucky to 200, I think.
Yes, it does feel like that.
But I wish to speak with you as I wish to know what you thought we should do with it.
If I'm honest, I do not know. Destroying it would be favourable, but we do not know what side effects that could cause.
Or how.
Casting it into the molten lavas of the Moonforge would be our best bet currently. Or handing it off to a responsible god, but God knows they're not going to just pop down to talk to us.
And they are few and far between.
Yes.
So, I am not sure myself. I agree with the sentiment that destroying it would be favorable. However, I agree that I am not sure how we would go about that.
Yes. I believe that the Moonforge is an idea, but I don't know whether it will work.
Yes. Well, we would only have hope if we were to try that.
Yes.
And
Part of me
I
wants
do
to keep it, but everything else is better.
As with me, it feels like it is something that the chance that it offers is something that a part of me does not wish to pass up. But as you said, the rest knows better.
That comes with age. Being as young as you are, you seem remarkably wise.
Thank you. I am not... I am terrified to be within its presence, I feel.
Imagine holding it on your hip.
Yes, I cannot. Well, I did for mere moments, and I was in fear. I cannot believe what it has been like for the past few hours. I believed that when I encountered you, you tried to speak to me in Elven, and our good friend here, Mistral, tried to understand, and you said we should speak at a later point.
Yes.
I wondered if you could elaborate as to...
You hold yourself in a certain way, do you not? That of even for our kind.
I suppose I do. Do you ask my lineage? Or...
If you would tell.
Give me a moment, I need to get the fucking book. Well, I apologize in advance because I don't have names for where I came from, because I haven't written that yet. I was very close to Prince of the Elves, and we born in roughly the same year. I believe only a decade or two apart, and I grew up under the aristocracy. My father was one of the high nobles. For fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. My father was one of the sort of the elves of the High Council, and I lived my life there and I enjoyed it, and I found my passion for music there. And then one night, one of my friends who I was performing with, he was killed, and that caused me to realize the horror of the competition where we were, of how everyone wanted to be the best musician, to impress the most people, to impress the lords, to impress the ladies, and that grew a great distaste in my heart, and that brought me to travel the world, lost and aimless, wishing to simply share the magic that my flute brings. However, I, a few years ago, found myself in the Underdark, and then, a few weeks ago, after realizing that money was becoming tight, I found myself with the Watchers, and I believe you know the rest of the story.
I see. I would offer to say a story of my own, though I fear we do not have all day.
Well, you may start if you wish, and then tell the next part later.
A similar, at least beginning. My father and mother were highly respected, though my mother and father were well respected and known wide and far. They were diplomats for the royalty of my area, often being invited to many a political meeting to speak their part on behalf of the elves. Fuck's sake. Far and wide is what I meant to say. Shut up. Arseholes. Absolute arseholes. And They were charismatic people. Very charismatic. They could... they helped with the peace talks of the dwarves. They were one of the reasons of the stalemate between our races. They...
I'm both thankful and disdainful. Although that was far before my time.
Yes. They had hearts in many of the different treaties and political aspects of the elves. And after my father passed of old age, my mother left the scene and then put her efforts towards myself and my brother. And this was about 1100 years ago, maybe more.
Wow.
It's hazy now. My memory is good, but over millennia will do that to you.
I could tell you ancient, but I did not realize quite that.
Yes. If I recall, it is 1,132 years now.
Nearly a millennia older than I.
Yes. I spent some time wandering the wilderness, aimless. I was but a child, and one day I sat down at a forest and fell asleep, listening to the birds. When I awoke, I was different. I could feel the nature breathing with me. I could call birds down from their roosts. I could send a message via a small robin. And I honed this craft I had found. My brother was jealous, and my mother was disdainful. My sister, though of another mother, she, after my father's passing, lived with her mother. And I never really saw much of her. She followed me in my druidic way, though, once I met her again, and while she is not as old as I, she is very nearly. My brother followed a different path to immortality.
That being?
I cannot in good faith speak of it at the moment.
Of course.
But know that it is perverse.
I think I shall have to stop you there before you even have a chance to go on.
Yes.
I
How'd
think
you like
my
the
mind...
braids?
My braids?
Yes.
Well, it has been... it has been 70, 80 years since...
You could ask.
So, it has been several decades since I have had my hair braided. It brings back somewhat of a nostalgia for me.
How fucking tight were they?
What?
No, I might be misunderstanding. Please continue.
What?
I'm glad you're enjoying them. Although I will admit I feel as though I probably shouldn't have been here for this exchange of conversation.
Oh, that's fine.
Birthdays aren't celebrated in D&D. Well, like,
They are, but they're celebrated by culture. So
Everyone's
different
so
cultures
like
have-
elves. It doesn't matter. They get so old that no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, like the first few, the elves would be like, "Yes, I've been alive for a year." But then, like when it
It's
gets to
like-
100, it's like, "Yeah, I've
like-
been alive for
Yeah.
100." It's like the special ones they do, like 50, 100,
like
50,
100,
100.
150.
111th birthday. I feel like Paris might be the only one to get that, but I hope someone else gets it.
I don't get that, but definitely
That's
you need
the
to
best
celebrate your 420th birthday.
You know, you gotta have those fireworks on your 111th birthday.
111th.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
111th specifically.
11th, yeah.
Oh,
You're and
Um,
you got to have those two cheeky buggers who set off the fireworks for you.
but yes, my
As
sister used to
I-
braid my hair.
Oh, and Paris is the only one who's supposed to get this. What?
As you were saying.
I'm glad it's brought you guys some kind of nostalgia, I suppose. I quite like how they look. Frame your faces quite nicely.
My face is always framed nicely. What are you on about?
Oh,
I just like slightly
Oh, careful there.
I just like snicker a tiny bit, like.
Yeah, no, I think in this current state, Oberon is the fairest
Oberon's-
of all of us.
Oberon's still
sorry,
the-
terribly
Can I
sorry.
try
What
and-
are you saying about this miner?
Can I
I'm
roll
just saying
perception to
look
see if
how-
I pick up that sarcasm?
Also, it's been 40 minutes since we were supposed to stop.
Yeah, but Felix
Yeah.
isn't here.
That's true.
We
You were
can keep
asking for a
going as long as
7-hour
we need.
session last night, okay, guys?
What?
You were asking for a 7-hour session because you wanted to continue.
Actually, that was
Shit.
Paris. That was Paris.
I'd
If
like
anyone,
to-
wants
And
to,
I'm
if
still-
anyone wants to stop it here, we certainly can.
I do believe, like, Ruben and Sam are waiting.
But they've
Oh,
got
more
each
people.
other.
They've got each other.
They've
They've
got
got
each other, yeah.
Let them have their homoerogenous adventures, okay?
Alright, alright.
Well, I want to go join them now, Nova. Fuck you. Now you make
See,
me want to
there-
leave.
Just as I said that, he sent a message.
Yeah.
Can I roll perception to see if I picked up that sarcasm or
Insight.
Yes.
insight? Okay.
I
Okay.
think he did
It's the
send a
same.
message.
It's the same modifier, it's fine. Ooh, that's fun. 18.
I'll say you pick it up.
I'm like, sorry, what was that, Mistral?
Did you not hear what I said? Should I repeat it? Is that what you're asking? Or
Malon
was a slight-
sort of turns, folding his arms with a bit of a grin on his face.
There was a slight tone of voice that I picked up.
well, I mean, I can't outright say it. You're just a stranger. What would society think of me? A unmarried woman flirting with a man she barely knows.
Sounds like
Have
real
to look
life
out
to
for
me.
my.
You ever heard of Tinder?
Do I have to roll deception for that?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do I have to roll against
Yeah,
that?
roll an insight check against that.
Hey, Desire, do you by any chance?
Yes, Paris. What?
Are you by any chance a fae, fiend, or
I mean, he's got a Fey lineage,
Yeah.
but that's not that. I mean, that wouldn't really work with this.
That's like,
That's okay. It's not an advantage thing. It's just a joke I was
I know, I
making.
know.
He probably beat you though.
23.
Oh no, that definitely. No, that I rolled a 13. No, my
Don't you have
perception.
like an insane plus to deception?
I only have a +5. I didn't know we could min-max our stats.
Pathetic.
Just me, just I with my like
Okay.
infinite pluses.
He's a bard.
I have
Guys.
plus 12.
I don't know.
I have plus 12 to 2 things.
He has
I think.
expertise and is a bard. What are you asking about? Like, that's not that normal. That's not unnormal for a bard. Sadly.
Well, firstly, I think that some societies would think nothing spectacular of you. I mean, depends how desperate you are, really. However, I suspect there is something that you are not telling me.
I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and just, do not worry, Oberon. You're a handsome fellow, I'm sure.
Yes, the
someone-
framing and the depth of your face is very nice.
You know, the things on his face make it even better.
Yes. Are you wearing makeup by any chance?
Me?
I'm
No.
just gonna nudge Milan very sharply with my elbow.
He just sort of smirks at you.
No, I do not wear makeup. I don't even bother with a skincare routine. You simply have to eat right.
Don't
And
worry,
everything is
Rory's
fine.
taking care of that. You know, she can do you one for free every night if you want.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's going in quotes. She can do you one for free every night if that's what you want.
Skincare.
If I remember, she's a
routine,
minor.
Wait. That's why I said Rory is 5.
Oh, I didn't hear that. You can't.
Wait, hang on. What was the one that Nova said earlier?
She,
What
note
was
to
the
self,
one
she
that
gets
Nova
feisty at
said
night.
earlier in relation to, or not Nova, Malon?
I can't remember.
Note to self.
Note to self, she gets feisty at night.
Oh yeah.
Just I just did. I think he turned off his camera.
I turned my camera off because internet die again. So I'm assuming that Oberon still remains completely unaware because he's now
That's
got
up
2
to
people trying to deceive.
Oberon.
That's up to Oberon? You mean that's up to me?
Yeah. Like, does he notice? You've done your roles.
Please
does he
just don't notice until like in like 4 days. When you're getting attacked and the guy's just like,
I'm gonna say
your
Oberon
face?
doesn't notice. However, as people will probably snicker when everyone wakes up, he might notice that. But for
How
now,
funny
I'm gonna let them think they got away with it.
How funny would it be if using that he caused Tasha's hideous laughter just with the way his face is currently.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Anyways,
Tasha's
back
here is
to-
welcome.
You don't know that I can cast hideous laughter. Have you been looking at my spell sheet?
I
You're a
just thought that
bard.
was a bard staple.
True. So, has anyone got anything more to discuss, or shall we bring the session to a,
Oh, yes, we can
close?
Well, we've both shared a bit of ours. At least care to give us your age. You're an elf, aren't you?
Are you talking to me or
Oh, she's
My
an elf,
age.
isn't she?
He doesn't know you're a changeling.
No, Oberon has no clue.
Oh fuck.
I suppose I could give you some details. Let's see. In human years, I'm about 23-ish, I think. Let me check my ID card real quick.
The rest of them do, by the way. The rest of them digits are.
Yeah. In human years, I'm about 23,
Oh,
I suppose.
That's quite interesting. How
Yeah.
may I ask what you'd be an elf
I mean, you're the elf who's been alive a lot longer than me. I'm
with?
sure
the
you're
elf
quite
as
capable
well.
of doing the
I
math.
mean, you would know how long you've been alive, wouldn't you?
What is the difference between human and elven years, might I ask?
I'm just saying if I were to put my age into something a human would be able to understand.
An
You're
elf
speaking
could
to two
understand
elves.
23. An elf could understand 23, my dear.
I suppose he would.
And you, by no one's standard, are 23.
Are you calling me old?
If she's an elf, she'd be like a fucking teenager.
Yeah.
She'd be a fucking toddler.
Yeah.
They mature at like 100, don't they?
Yeah.
You're
She would
not.
just be like 2
You-
years old.
Do I look like a toddler?
Yes.
I mean, if you're telling us that you're 23, then yes.
I mean, she's like younger than me.
That would.
Moving on. Any other questions you'd like to know?
I mean,
feel like
we haven't.
Moving
I
on
own-
from your. You haven't answered
I'm
how
giving
old
you-
you are. You're
I'm giving
23.
you a freebie into my personal life. Are
Okay.
you saying you would like to spend all my time purely on my age? After
Okay, your
everything we've
personal
all
life.
been through?
Describe every close relative you have and whether they are alive or dead. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you can crack on that if you want, but like.
I mean, he wouldn't say that. Well, for starters, how did you come into your line of magic, I suppose?
That's not a story I'm proud of, nor one I regret. I suppose I should start by saying there is a man who I'm not particularly fond of.
Would you care to
And
give a name?
I'd rather not utter his name until I know I can say it with the satisfaction I want.
May
Okay.
I ask whether it was the person that Cal person was talking about?
It was, yes.
I see.
So he had done some pretty bad things, I suppose, to myself and my family, although as much as he would like to deny it. And it wound up with me joining the Crimson Raiders. You don't know who they are, Oberon, but they're the group I used to be associated with, a group of blood hunters,
Yes.
mercenaries mostly. I suppose I was still kind of getting into grasps of how to work with everything. We had a few rules, I suppose. I forgot the question already that you were asking. I've been rambling so much. Can you please ask
How you
me it
came
again?
into your type of magic.
Yes,
I'm
that's
assuming
right.
he's referring to blood magic.
Yes, I was, shall we say, a little taken aback when I reached your hand.
Yes,
There
I
was
am
Have you-
blood.
rather interested as well. Blood magic is often rather difficult to master.
Has he cleaned the blood off his hand yet?
Has he?
Of course I've fucking cleaned the blood off my hand. I did that when we went to sleep.
I don't know, man. People be weird. Back to
Look,
D&D.
Oberon's kinky, but he's not kinky in that way.
I joined the Raiders. I was rescued by them, should I rather say. While out doing a mission, I ran into that man again, and it was weird. It felt almost like I was completely taken over. Like I was doing things without doing them myself, watching myself do them. And I attacked him, grossly overestimated myself. And in a lost spur, I made a deal with a god I'm finding that not a lot of people have a good opinion of.
Would this be the Kalma that I have heard few words of?
That would be her, yes. She gave me an extension of her power. I suppose I could put it like that. in exchange for, of course, giving her a payment of souls. Hence yeah. And it just kind of clicked, I suppose. Ever since then, it just felt right. It felt me.
Yes.
Interesting. So in a similar fashion to Cyril, you have made a deal with a higher power for at least a fraction of its own. Interesting.
You could put it like that, yeah.
This man, you said you grossly overestimated your own power. Was he by himself, or did you get close to him or not?
He had others with him. I suppose not particularly a fair fight. But one will do what they must when defending themselves.
Yes.
Anything else?
I
While we're
hope for your
sharing?
sake that we do not encounter him. He sounds
I hope for mine that we do.
Ah. Well, in that case, I wish you best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Truly, I do.
Just know that if you encounter him with the rest of us, I'm sure the majority of the people here would have your back with it. He sounds like a bit of a piece of work from what I've heard.
From the very little I've heard, I would gladly stand against him.
I'm sure he had his reasons.
Everyone always has their reasons, but they can be twisted and manipulated by things such as greed, hate,
And if the
anger,
are shrouded,
fear,
as you said,
the dark side.
Fuck off.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
As you said, he, as much as he would deny it, if he has a reason to deny it, it must not be that noble of a cause, whatever he did.
Never said it was noble, simply that it was there.
Touche. Well then, I believe we've had enough sharing. We've all shared a little piece.
Yes.
I don't think we should ask any more of anyone else. Yeah?
No.
Milan, are we okay?
That is...
Or at least better?
We are better. We are better. I apologize for the way I acted.
No, I apologize for the way I did too. Neither of us were in the
sitting there
right for that.
confused. Like, he's just like, what?
It seems it was both spur-of-the-moment decisions at the time.
Yeah. I will save all the soppy stuff for when we don't have company.
Indeed. And for when we're not in a super secret death cave.
I can work with that.
Hopefully we're not dealing with an aboleth listening in. Do you think they like dramas?
I feel like they're more of a comedy person.
I'm
No,
gonna
they
go
wanted
and get
them.
a little more rest, and I shall ask the two of you to elaborate on these things on another fine night. And I sort of just like go back inside and slumping on the floor.
Until then, Oberon. Very un-elf-like slumping on the floor, but yeah.
He's just like... he's tired, man, and he's trying to digest what's going on here, okay?
As Mullen sits there, I'm assuming you're not going to be sleeping anytime soon.
I think that's the last thing I want. You'll have to put up with myself. Tomorrow, of course.
I think I'll manage. Just barely.
Listen to me speaking all fancy. For a change.
You should speak like this more often.
But it ruins the ruse. The rouge, sorry.
What? That you've put on that you're just like everyone else.
I'm not like other girls, okay? I'm quirky.
I'm not like other girls. I can change myself to have a dick.
Oh no, she could! Oh fuck!
Oh my gosh, I
I
never have to squat ever again to go to the bathroom. This
Wait,
is great.
what happens when you have a baby? Like,
Yeah, how does that work?
how does that work?
How did
Like-
changeling have child?
Well,
But
they
also-
become female. They like.
No, but could a changeling hypothetically impregnate the cell?
It would mess up the child, most definitely.
No, but could they do it?
Right, next time on the waiting list. I was gonna have like a nice little set, like a nice little sort of small chat before we ended it. But then we started talking about this. So thank anyone if you are watching, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to all of our viewers for my existence, but I don't know
I
what
am
this
the
was like before I got
goblin.
here. I'm